Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. I'm back again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. You know, Kevin Watson was shot dead on Facebook Live. And Nubreed don't care. You see, this is the problem that we got in the black community, man. You got these ninjas on YouTube with YouTube platforms, and they don't address the real issues. What they do is they try to focus on black-white race issues, and it's designed to get black people riled up. When the whole time there's a war going on in the black community. Now, this brother, the family man, and I'm referring to Kevin Watson, 42. He was on Facebook Live addressing the situation. We're going to talk about that later. He was talking about these YNs and how they disrespectful, and then out of nowhere, a YN pull up and turned his TV off. You see? And Nubreed got nothing to say about it. And you got to think about that, guys. These are issues that are affecting the black community. This man was on live minding his business, and the world saw him get executed live. A life taken away, not by the hands of the white man, by the hands of a savage ninja. You know, those kind of people that Nubreed love to support. See, if you're a black man, black woman, and you hate me because I deal with these particular topics, something's wrong with you. Because I try to warn you about the degenerates, the savages in the black community that are killing people and raping kids and molesting women and all sorts of crazy stuff. And you get mad at me, yet we have another story of a black man who was just sitting in his car, right? And a YN decide to pull up to try to rob his chain. So you can't have nothing nice in the black community. This is why a lot of times in the hood, a lot of you black men and women, you can't come outside looking fly. You might look decent, you might be dressed clean, but you can't really put on your fly stuff because it brings a little too much attention. And it's not that you're afraid, it's just that you just don't want this attention because the black community is filled with a lot of jealous people, man. And we keep calling ourselves brothers and sisters, but I don't think we're brothers and sisters at all. We enemies. Because I don't feel safe around black people. I'm just being honest. I personally, Ringo TV, I don't feel safe around ninjas. And I don't feel safe around y'all. I'm just being honest. You know, I'm probably the only one that is honest while everybody else is fake. And it's because of situations like this. You can't even sit in your car and go live without a ninja trying to rob you. You got all these able bodies out here, rather than going and getting a damn job, they want to rob this black man, a family man at that. I believe this brother was into like promotion, like promotional stuff or whatever the case is. And you decide to take this man's life over a chain. And you got this damn dog named Nubreed. He supports the criminals that kill our men and women. You see? And it's sad, man. This man got gunned down on live I got the video. I'm going to talk about it later on. I'm going to be on camera for that one. I just want to kind of get the ball rolling with this one, being that, you know, it's in the AM. And shout out to everybody joining in on the show. Appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you hit that like button one time, guys. No hate. Hit the like button, y'all. You're on the realest platform on YouTube. Nobody else does it like Ringo TV. Nobody. Nobody cares about the real issues affecting the black community like Ringo TV. It's not safe no more, guys. The black community is not safe to live in. It's not. Own it. You know? You can't be afraid to speak the truth. You got to call it what it is. Just because you black doesn't mean you sit back and just kind of turn a blind eye and act like everything is sweet. It's not. The black community is not safe. It's a war zone. And you got this damn dog named Nubreed. All he talking about is Trump and what's going on in DC and how the National Guard is coming to a state near you, rather than him talking about the real issues affecting our people. You can't even sit in your car and go live without a ninja trying to rob you. You can't even drive around your nice car without some black man being jealous. You can't even be a pretty black woman no more because there's another sister that's jealous of you. She want to cut your face with a razor because she mad because you get all the attention. You ain't even trying to get no attention. You just fly like that. But she's jealous because she don't look good. She don't got no job. She mad because she's struggling and you a boss chick and she's jealous. You a brother getting paper, getting money. You in the gym. You looking good. You got all these ninjas mad at you because you put in the work. How the hell you mad at me and I'm putting in the work? Aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of ninjas always jealous of you and you out here putting in the work? You the one that go to that 9 to 5 every day dealing with all that stress and BS to provide for yourself and your family. And you got these damn ninjas that sit in the hood drinking and smoking all damn day, always watching you when you pull up in your car to park your car, and they mad because you got a fly car. When you work for that ish. You work for that. Now they trying to plot to see how they can rob you. This brother was gunned down in cold blood. And you got this dog named Nubreed who don't even care. He don't ever talk about the real issues. I don't know why the heck y'all subscribe to his channel for. Y'all supposed to be over here dealing with the real. We deal with the real issues, the real topics. I don't got no damn time to be worrying about DC. DC is a crime-infested place. And I'm glad that Trump is down there cleaning up shop with the National Guard. And you got black folk out there making it a race issue, knowing good and well that your communities is all saturated with crime and violence. You're supposed to be happy and thankful to God that Trump sent the National Guard down there. But no, you waiting on these damn YNs to clean it up. You mothers can't even come outside with your kids because these damn animals are outside killing one another. Black men are killing one another. I don't know how the hell could anybody feel safe around you. All you want to do is kill one another, and when you're ready, you're talking about the white man. White man ain't even worrying about you. You don't live around the white man. Always talking about the white man this, the white man that. And you got all these ninjas killing one another. They killed this black man. Let's talk about that. Everybody want to focus on the white man. Let's talk about the black man that's killing the black man in the black community, damn it. Let's talk about that. Who's going to take care of his kids? Who's going to feed his kids now? Who's going to be there to provide for his family now that he dead? What's the word on the street? Who's going to set up the bills and who's going to pay the bills? Rent is due. Food bill is due. Now what? He was providing for his kids. Now he dead. Because a ninja wanted his chain. A ninja. A ninja that didn't want to work. You know? He was busy watching them on live. That's how I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all worst enemy is the so-called black man, so-called black woman. I don't got no time to be worrying about the white man and what the white man is doing. I don't care. I got to be concerned about ninjas. If I go anywhere and there's ninjas around, I got to be on high alert. You remember in Star Trek, when there was alien invaders, they would go to red alert. Scotty, red alert. Spock, ain't no yellow alert, red alert. When you around YNs, you got to be on high alert. Ain't no brother and sister. That's the enemy right there. It's not safe in the black community no more. You know? It's not safe. Look, if you black, stop getting in your damn feelings when the truth is coming out. Y'all know good and well, if you live in the hood, it ain't safe. It's not. It's not peaceful. It's not quiet. There's always somebody getting robbed, shot, stabbed. Always. And y'all adapt to this culture of evil. And you got this damn dog named Nubreed who support black criminals. When I tell you, this particular YouTuber named Nubreed support criminals. He don't like when I talk about the black community. He's on a campaign right now trying to convince everybody that I hate black people. He trying to convince everybody that I'm a so-called informant for the feds. How the hell could I be an informant for the feds, and how the hell would he know? If I was working for the feds as an informant, how could he know? Unless he's an informant for the feds. Because if you're an informant for the feds, ain't nobody gonna know. So how the heck could this guy be saying this when I'm the one doing the work of talking about the real issues in the black community? The real issues that are affecting our people. Y'all busy worrying about the white man when you need to be concerned about these YNs that are killing your family members, your uncles and your brothers and sisters. You got to be dealing with these savages and these dogs that don't want no jobs, who want to take your hard-earned money, your hard-earned jewelry, your cars. They want to carjack you. How many of you been carjacked? How many of you been robbed by a YN? How many of you been stuck up at gunpoint by a ninja? And you want to complain about what the white man is doing, what Trump is doing? Who's going to be there to explain to this man's child that he dead? He wasn't expecting to die. How come Nubreed ain't talking about the story? How come he ain't talking about it? Because he can't touch the story. You know why? Because he's a ninja, a savage, and savages support savages. Look at that man's face. This is how he really looked, guys. A damn devil in disguise. And I'm talking about that ninja on the far left. He support black criminals. He support YNs. He support drug dealers, gunmen, men that beat women, men that grape kids, domestic violent men that beat their women. He supports that kind of stuff. He never talks about it, guys. He never talk about criminals in the black community, the savages. He never talks about it. Anytime he talk, he's always trying to throw white people under the bus. You know? That's all he do. Because he want a race war. When he ready, he is always telling you about a chosen one and all praises to the Most High, and always want to quote scriptures. The man is a savage, playing games with God's people, lying and manipulating and distorting information. How come he ain't talking about the real stories? How come he not talking about it, fam? Kevin Watson got gunned down on Facebook Live for being black. Not by the hands of a white man, not by the hands of an Asian man, not by the hands of a Jewish man, by the hands of a ninja. That's right. Another black man, not a so-called white man. A ninja. And rather than black people band with me in this movement to bring awareness to these problems affecting the community, instead, people get mad at me. They don't want to hit the like button. They don't subscribe to the channel. They don't support the shows. They trying to cancel me. All because I'm fighting against the real enemy. And that's the black community, the savages, the animals. I'm not talking about the civilized black men. I'm not talking about the working class black women. I'm not talking about you adults that are on point, who go to work, go to school, come home, mind your business. I'm not talking about you. If you black and you on the right track, I'm not talking about you. You know? I'm talking about ninjas, and I don't like them. I don't like ninjas. I don't like them. I don't like savages. I don't like drug dealers. I don't like thugs. I don't like none of these ninjas. I can't stand them. And I'm hoping that Trump comes into the black community and wipe them out completely, because they're not needed. They're not needed in this world. They don't even deserve to be in prison. They deserve to be gone. You understand? Because all they bring is violence, death, and murder. This man had children to raise, and now he's dead. Dead because of a damn ninja. Let me read up on this story here. Let me look at this article real fast, man, because this is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy, bro. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Let me put it on the screen. Give me a minute, guys. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me put this on the screen for you so y'all can see this. Y'all can hear me good? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me good. If the music is overriding my voice, let me know that the music is too loud. I'm gonna lower it down just a little bit. That should be good. Y'all should hear me better now. I don't want the music to override my voice. But let me put this on the screen. And we're gonna examine what's going on. We're gonna do another video about this later on. We got some other stories. We got a black man that killed his woman, killed his wife. A black man killed his wife. Killed his wife, guys. We got to talk about that story as well. People wondering, why are you always talking about black people? Because I'm black. That's why. I'm black. Right? Now, let's check this story out, guys. A Chicago man was fatally shot as he was streaming on Facebook Live, his family says. Kevin Watson, 42, was in a parking lot in the 5000 block of West Madison in the South Austin about 6 p.m. Wednesday when a vehicle approached and a person produced a handgun. Fired shots, the Chicago Police Department said. The Cook County medical examiner confirmed that Watson died from a wound to the chest. Watson had been in his car and started a Facebook Live moments before the shooting. The chilling footage has been viewed more than 2.5 million times. About 11 minutes into the clip, he is seen reaching or reacting to someone passing near the front of his car. "What up, bro?" he quoted, while putting his hands in the air. That means that the guy had a gun out already, because if he put his hands in the air, somebody was pointing a gun at him, y'all. So he said, "What up, bro?" he said, while putting his hands in the air. "What's up?" he said, again, visibly shaken. Watson said, "Hell nah," as he scrambled out of the car and out of the camera's view. Someone was heard yelling outside, followed by a gunshot, and then the sound of a vehicle speeding away. Shortly after, a man was heard screaming, "Hey, Tug, call the cop, call the police." And other voices were heard clamoring before police arrived. You see this, guys? And I watched the video multiple times, and you can hear the guy with the gun saying something about run the chain or take off the chain. So that means somebody saw him on live, or they saw him outside and they saw that chain and they wanted to rob him. And this goes on in the black community. This happens in the black community every day, guys. But Nubreed don't talk about it. He don't want to talk about those stories. You know why? Because if he talk about those stories, he can't really fulfill his purpose of causing a race war. Because the real FBI informant or agent would be Nubreed. Because Nubreed, rather than him talk about the issues affecting the black community so that we can repent and get our communities in order, instead, he wants to focus on white people so that we could fight against whites, even though they don't live in the community where our crime is taking place, and nor are they doing the crime, nor are they selling the drugs. It's black men that are doing it, you know? And this is the problem. This is why when you live out and about in the street, you got to be careful. You can't be in a public area live and there's a bunch of ninjas around and they see you and then you go live. You're setting yourself up because they're going to have the drop on you, you know? Very careful. You got store signs, street signs, addresses, and you live walking around. That's a perfect time for an op to come. But notice the op will always be black. You don't ever see white people pulling up. You don't ever see black men getting gunned down on Facebook Live, Instagram Live by a white man. Never. You don't ever see it. So what's the real problem? Is the problem the white man or the black man? We could talk about racist stuff all day. That stuff ain't helping me pay no bills. That stuff ain't solving none of the problems in the black community. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn sundown town. Ain't none of you black folk been to a sundown town. You're just regurgitating what you hear on social media. I don't know why you so scared of a sundown town when you got ninjas in your own community plotting on you. You see? We hate ourselves and we don't want to admit it. We're the only race on this planet that hate ourselves. We hate seeing each other prosper. We hate seeing each other shine. We don't like seeing each other grow. We feel comfortable to kill one another, fight one another, beat each other up, plot and lie, steal from one another. You're more likely to rob a black man than a white man. Matter of fact, most of you so-called savage ninjas are more likely to rob a black man than a white man because you know if you rob a white man or a white woman, you going to jail for a long time. Automatically, by the pure fact you robbed an Asian, they're going to call it a hate crime. They're gonna mix that thing up real good. If you rob a Jewish man, you're done. You can forget about it. You're going away for a long time. You ain't coming out. So it's easy to rob black people because you know nobody cares. This is why when there's black on black crime, you don't see ninjas like Nubreed talk about it because he don't care. He don't care about black on black crime. He don't care. But he's quick to talk about Carmelo Anthony. He's quick to protect Carmelo Anthony, a killer who murdered a young white teen, stabbed him in the chest, claiming self-defense when it was murder. But Nubreed defended that black kid. But yet, we got Kevin Watson, he was murdered by a ninja. How come Nubreed ain't supporting Kevin? How come Nubreed ain't standing up for justice for Kevin? Because Nubreed don't give a fuck. That's why. And this is the problem with the black community. You got these black social media content creators who busy making money, spreading lies to manipulate their viewers to create race wars and tension. But when it comes to the real black issues, you never see them address it. But they're always online talking about, oh, I got land initiatives. I want y'all to come to my UP scams and, you know, we got land for the brothers and sisters. No. Don't ever get involved in any land initiative with that damn man on the left side of the screen. Don't ever do it, guys. He's a damn criminal. A savage who supports black degeneracy. He acts as if though he cares about black people. He acts as if though he cares about the community, but he don't. Let me give you a little taste of what he actually talks about, guys, just so you can know how sick this man is. We're going to get back to the topic of Kevin Watson in a bit, but I want to go through this particular video here so that you guys can see what we got to deal with. So let's check out this video from this savage so we can know what kind of content he talks about rather than him addressing the real issues with Kevin Watson and how the black community is a war zone full of savages and animals that are killing one another. Because this so-called black man that you see on the screen on the left side, he hates me with a passion because I stand against the black savages and I call them out straight. I don't sugarcoat. And what he been trying to do lately is turn viewers against me by assuming that I'm everything negative. He accused me of being a pedophile. He accused me of practicing incest. He accused me of being a government informant or some nonsense, a federal informant. This man makes up so many different lies to try to stir people away from my channel because I'm actually the one that speaks the truth. I actually speak against the demons that are in the black community causing our problems. So let's listen to this video to find out what this savage animal got to say in regards to what's going on in the world. Let's see if he's dealing with black issues. Let's see if he's talking about what matters to us, the people. Or is he trying to set up a race war? Or is he trying to get everybody in fear of the government? Let's check it out and find out.
Okay. Orlando's in the house. Look, regardless of where you from right now, this message right here is needed. We got to have our eyes peeled. We got to be watchful. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Let me let this be known right off the break that we're being distracted from a lot of things happening in the world right now. I know y'all see what's going on in DC. A lot of y'all seeing the optics. You seeing what they putting out there on the media. And I know what it looks like. And I know what it seems like. But I want y'all to know first and foremost, the Most High is in control.
Notice how he uses God, guys. He said the Most High is in control. He just told you that everything that's going on in D.C. is a distraction. He said, I know what you're seeing in D.C. and all this other stuff. But notice, he's not telling you about Kevin Watson. He's not talking about that issue, guys. He's the distraction. He's the demon that is leading God's people astray. Let's get back at the tape.
I need y'all to know that the Most High is in control. And that their engagement of us is going to go non and void. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Because right now, there's a lot of supernatural things happening in the planet that they're not talking about.
He's busy talking to you about supernatural stuff. But yet we have a black man, a family man, that was gunned down in Chicago. He's busy telling you about supernatural stuff. Nobody give a damn about that. Nobody cares about that. People got bills to pay. They got kids to take care of. You know, they got to go to work. They don't want to hear nothing about no damn supernatural. People want to hear about the natural, where we live. You know what I mean? We don't want to hear about none of that garbage. Notice he's not addressing Kevin Watson. Instead, he's focusing on Trump and what's going on with the so-called situation that is happening in D.C. You know what I mean? With the National Guard taking over the police and the streets. And he want you to believe that Trump is targeting the homeless, like he's abusing his power. When the real truth is, it's not about Trump targeting the homeless or anything. It's not about that. The federal government is offering the homeless shelter, medical treatment, mental health services, and various other services and provisions. And he's basically saying, if you guys don't want to get off the streets to go into the shelters to get the proper medical treatment, then you're going to prison. That is law. And anybody that disagree with that, something's wrong with you. You understand? And what Nubreed want is for you black folk to be riled up, to be full of fear, so that you can go and fight with the National Guard and die. Because you will die. You cannot stand up against the military. It's just not going to work for you. So it's best to be a law-abiding citizen and do what needs to be done rather than listening to these content creators on YouTube that get a check by sitting in their car or in their house relaxing, making videos while you out in DC marching and doing the footwork. You don't see Nubreed in DC. He's not going to go there. He got ran out of DC. You know what I mean? He got ran out. He ain't over there in the streets with boots on the ground supporting his people as he claimed.
There's sightings going on in the planet that they're not talking about. The Most High is flexing right now. And I need y'all to understand that's why they're starting to engage us. That's why they're starting to come into our neighborhoods.
He's talking about the National Guard coming into your neighborhoods, but he's not talking about the ninjas that are in the black neighborhoods killing black men. Do you see what happens when I move the curtain, guys? Look. See, this is how he look when he's doing his videos, but when you move the curtain, that's when you see the real truth. You see that? Look, again. When he's talking in his videos, a lot of you that follow Nubreed, that's how it looks when you're watching his video. But when you move the curtain, what's behind him is the truth. He supports black criminals. He supports black on black crime. And he never talk about the issues that are facing our people daily. Never. Instead, he only talk about white people doing anything to black people. That's it.
But as long as you honoring God's laws, his commandments, his statutes, and you live in a repentful lifestyle and you trying to get it together and you on the right track, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Be very careful when this guy talk about God, because he don't even follow God. He don't even keep his commandments. He don't keep none of his commandments, none of his laws. That's the way he gets in. This man literally practiced all different types of religions all in one. He's a black Hebrew Israelite. He's a FBA. He's a Muslim. He's everything when he want to be. He's African when he want to be. When he's ready, he'll tell you he been to Africa and he met with dignitaries and all this other stuff. What does that have to do with the Bible? What does that have to do with the commandments of the Most High? Nothing. You see what I mean? This man is all over the place. He tries to fit in whenever he can. When he's ready, he'll kiss white people behind to try to make them be comfortable so that they can watch his videos too. When he don't even like white people. Like literally, the guy do not like white people at all.
His angels are already compassed around his people.
If his angels are around his people, why the fuck this black man is dead? Explain that to me. Look, ladies and gentlemen, stop letting YouTubers love bomb you with Bible. Stop letting them love bomb you, telling you that some angel is around you when you're seeing men getting killed every day by black men. How come the angel wasn't there to protect that black man? Where was the angel, Nubreed? You busy telling people angels are around them. That's a damn lie. You know what I mean? That's a lie. That is a lie. But he'll sell you that lie because he know people are dumbed down and they'll believe lies.
And I want y'all to know that. As long as you walking upright, as long as you staying fervent, as long as you are remaining in prayer.
John the Baptist was in prayer. John the Baptist was upright, but yet he got his head chopped off. Where was the angel to protect John the Baptist? Talk to me. See, guys, stop listening to these religious idiots on YouTube telling you stuff that they don't even know. You know what I mean? Stop letting them tell you these lies. Nobody don't know the day nor the hour when they're gonna die. You can have your faith in God, that's cool. You can have your belief, all of that is cool. But telling random people on social media that some angel is there protecting them, that's a lie. He don't got that knowledge or information. Nobody knows the plans of God but God.
Fasting, supplication, it ain't nothing they can do. See, ladies and gentlemen, y'all watching our communities become criminalized. But the truth of the matter is, it was a crime just being born who we are. It was a crime just being born as the Most High's chosen people. That was the crime.
This guy is a clown. First of all, God's chosen people broke his laws, statutes, and commandments in the Bible. And because of that, in the book of Deuteronomy, the Most High put our people in slavery, in captivity, by sending the white man to whoop our ass and put us in captivity for 400 plus years. All of that is by design because we put ourselves in that position. So why is he talking about it's a crime for us just being born as God's chosen people? God's chosen people rebelled against God and didn't keep his laws, and they were punished. And Nubreed is not telling you that. Instead, he want to blame the white man and make it seem like the white man did this. The Most High sent the white man. The Most High sent the white man to put us in chains as punishment. You understand? And the reason why we got all these problems in the black community is because our people are delusional, and their savage mentalities is what's keeping them back. And they don't follow God. And you got this damn demon on the screen who's never teaching people the Bible. He talked to them as if though they already doing the Bible, but he don't teach them nothing. How come he don't go down to DC and preach the gospel in the streets like Jesus Christ? He's not, because he want a YouTube check. This man ain't no teacher. This man ain't no pastor. This man ain't no prophet. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
You were born into a nation of hypocrisy. You was born into a nation of criminality.
No, the black community is full of criminality, Nubreed. That's why they killed this black man. And now his children gotta suffer. How come you're not talking about that? How come you are literally dancing around these stories? We know you know about them, so why are you dancing around it?
You was born into a nation that was built on drugs, violence.
Wow.
And none of us own boats. None of us own planes.
That's because you're lazy. That's why. You're lazy and you don't want a job. The black woman got to take care of the black man now. That's why. Black women are more likely to have a job and a career than a black man. And I'm not talking about you brothers that are out there on the 9-to-5 grind doing what you got to do. You're official. I'm talking about these damn savages that want to live off of women. The black woman is more likely to go get an education, have a career, business, homeowner, 2 vehicles, while the black man is sitting on his damn ass. That very man that you see there live off of women his whole life, living off of another woman's coin.
None of us own any of these apparatuses that transmuted the sickness of our community. They did that.
Notice what he just did. He blamed the white man by saying that they did that. In other words, the white man made our community sick. No, that's a lie. The black man makes a choice. The Bible says, I set before you life and death, blessings and cursings. Therefore choose life that both thou and thy family may live. The black man chose to kill one another.
And then we were made to be the scapegoat. But make no mistake about it, they're fighting a losing battle even though it don't seem that way. Now, I want to put this out here, right? So that it's known.
What's known?
Only thing we have to do is serve our Creator. Now, I'm gonna put this out here right now because it should be apparent to most, but it's not. Most people don't quite comprehend this, but Black America is the target. And you gotta be deaf, dumb, blind, dormant, docile if you can't see it, regardless of what race you are.
Think about what he just said right there. He said the black community basically is the target from Trump and the National Guard. That's a lie. Because if that was the case, why white people in DC are out in the streets marching? If blacks are being the target, why would whites, the majority of white people in DC, are in the streets protesting? The whole situation with the National Guard affects everybody. Whether you white and you homeless, black and you homeless, if you live in the black community, white community, doesn't matter. Trump deployed the National Guard to set order because the crime rate over there is too much. But Nubreed want you to think everything is about black people. so that you guys can be prepared for a war, a race war. That's what he's doing. He was sent by the devil to rile black people up. Now, keep in mind, guys, all that man does is sit in his car or sit in his house and just make videos. He's not in DC. He's not in the streets. You never see this man walking in the streets, interacting with the people. You don't see him interviewing the natives of DC. You don't see this man doing a damn thing but running his big mouth on YouTube. That's it. And all he does is act like he's there, like he knows what's going down. He don't know what's going down. He don't know what's happening in DC. He lives in a white community. He don't live in the black community. You know what I mean? He don't. And he never lived in the hood. So he don't even know what the hood life mean. He don't. I lived in the hood, in the projects, in the slums. So I know what usins do. I know the politics of the hood. I know.
If you can't see that God's elected people are being singled out.
Notice what he just said. God's elected people, his selected people are being singled out. He's basically saying that everybody that's in DC that is homeless is God's people. What the heck is this man doing? He don't know those people. He's acting as if though all of those people repented of their sins, came to Jesus Christ, and they're all reading the Bibles, and they're being targeted by Trumps because they're reading the Bible. What the heck is this man doing? That's a lie.
Under false pretenses, then it's not meant for you to see. This is for those who can see. Because we know the engagement of Washington, D.C. has nothing to do with the crime rate. We know that the crime rate is at a 30-year low.
This man don't live in D.C., people. This man don't live in D.C. to make that statement. You had people that live in D.C. that came into his live chat, into his comment, telling him about himself, telling him he don't know ish. He don't live there. That's like this clown one time tried to talk about New York. This damn clown never lived in New York. He don't know nothing about New York. I know everything about New York. I know all the politics of New York. I know what every hood in New York is like. Every hood, every project, every slum, anywhere in New York I've been, and I know how they get down. I know about all the gangs in New York. You know what I mean? I know where they have the most crime to the less crime. I know everything that's going down in New York because you have to live there to know about it. This man ain't in D.C. This man got ran out of D.C.
Washington, D.C. We know that Donald Trump is targeting every city that has a black mayor.
Do you see what he's doing? Look at his face, guys. This man is a damn devil, fam. I'm telling you, anybody that's subscribed to that guy need to unsubscribe today. You are literally in a burning house walking around with that guy. He's focusing on Trump, saying that Trump is targeting any city that got a black mayor. Think about what he's doing. He's making everything a race issue. He's not talking about the real issues affecting the community. He's not talking the fact that Kevin Watson pretty much got gunned down on Facebook Live. He's not even addressing the black community for doing this. He's not talking about we need to bring that killer to justice so that they could get arrested and do what they need to do. I'm hearing word that they already got the person who shot him, but I don't know if that's a fact. I gotta dig a little bit more and find out more info. But he's not addressing these issues. Ringo TV is the one that deal with the real issues affecting the black community daily. But I needed to make you see this side of this damn savage so that you can understand that he don't care about black on black crime. He don't care about you ladies being abused by your boyfriend. You ladies that are suffering domestic violence right now, where you are living with a man and he's beating you up every night and you're scared, fearful of your life, and you don't got nobody to come to or talk to because black men are weak nowadays and they don't know how to protect nobody in the community. You know what I mean? He don't address none of those issues. Never.
All the mayors are speaking out. Every mayor is speaking out. And there's a lot of stuff I can react to of what these mayors are saying. And the truth of the matter is they're losing grip of our people. because we're not operating in criminality like
What? We're not operating in criminality.
they want you to believe. It's a myth.
It's a myth. Wow. He said black people are not operating in criminality. It's a myth. But yet we have Kevin Watson shot dead in Chicago by a black man. Are y'all seeing this, guys? This is what's going on. And again, Nubreed support black criminals. He protects them. He never make videos about black men that commit crimes against women and kids. He never do. He want black men to look like we're perfect and we got everything together. And I'm not saying white men don't commit crimes. My issue is I'm not here to focus on all the issues of white folk. I got to deal with what's affecting us as a people. From time to time, I might do stories about white men that kill people and so forth because my platform is balanced. At the same time, I know that there are white men that kill white people. But guess what? That's for the white man to talk about. The white man got to talk about what's going on in his community. That's not my responsibility. Why am I going hard talking about all these white men killing white people? What point is that for me? That's for the white man to do. Just like I got a responsibility to talk about what the black man is doing in the community. I can't expect a white man to come on YouTube and address all the issues going on in the black community. That's not his job. I'm sure white people see it, but it's not for them to say nothing. Matter of fact, if a white man address it, he'll be called a racist. If a white man addressed the black community issues, you guys would call him a racist. Yes, you would. You would stone him to death. If a white woman came on YouTube and said, I'm tired of these savages killing people, y'all would condemn her, cancel her, look for her job to get her fired. Why? Because white people cannot address black issues. If they do, they're going to be labeled a racist. So I address it. You can't call me a racist. You can't call me nothing because I'm a black man. You know what I mean? But yet you got black people that still look at me and say, oh, you hate black people. You're a coon. You're dancing for the white man. I'm like, you know what? You protect criminals. Because nobody's talking about the fact that Kevin Watson was shot dead on Facebook Live by a black animal. Instead, they want to focus on race wars like this damn demon right here.
It's a myth, ladies and gentlemen.
He said it's a myth that black people are not committing no crimes.
Like Lauryn Hill said, we'll get out. We'll get out of your boxes. We'll get out of your chains. We'll get out. And we survived it all, brothers and sisters. And we continue to survive. We continue to thrive. They hate the sight of us.
Do you see what he's doing? He said they. Now think about this. This man got white people that watch his audience. He busy saying they hate the sight of us. They? He's not talking about black people, guys. He's talking about white people. He want black people to fight white people. That's what he want. He hates white people with a passion. The man is a racist. But yet he hides behind the Bible. He's talking about they hate the sight of us, but yet we got a black man, Kevin Watson, that was gunned down on Facebook Live by a black man. What about that? What about black people that hate us? What about the fact that most of you that live in the black community, all your enemies are black? I don't got no white enemies, guys. I don't. I don't have no white enemies. I don't. I don't, guys. All my enemies is black. They all black, bro. They all hate me. They look like me and they hate me. Explain that to me.
They hate the sight of these very royal, prestigious people. And I'm going to tell y'all like this.
Right, she was talking about the industry. He don't even know what he's talking about. He don't even discern her lyrics, fam.
If you want to talk about violence, if you want to talk about evil, then we need to talk about those who conquered this land.
Wow. He said if you want to talk about violence, if you want to talk about evil, then you got to talk about those that conquered this land. First of all, when it comes to any sort of atrocities done in this land to our people or whatever, all of that was sanctioned by the Most High. Remember, the Most High said in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, that he's going to send a nation from far whose language you're not going to understand, and they're going to sell you as bondmen and bondwomen. They're going to not favor the young or the old, and they're going to basically torture you. They're going to destroy your life. So all the atrocities done to us in slavery was all sanctioned by God Almighty. Get mad with God. Don't get mad with the white man, because God put the white man there to do it. If you really believe you're the children of God, then you got to accept what the Bible say. Everything that was done. And you know what's so sad about today, guys? We have a lot of these black folk that are hiding behind our ancestors. We never endured slavery, guys. And I'm talking about those of us that are alive and well in America, paying taxes, driving our cars, living in our homes, able to go where we want to go. We never been in chains. We never been on no plantation, but we act like we've been there. We act like we lived there. No, our ancestors endured that. Our ancestors endured all of these issues. That's what's really going on, guys. But for whatever reason, he's acting as if though he don't know what the Most High has done to our people. He's acting like the white man just turned around and did this mess. No, God Almighty did these things. But he's trying to make it seem like, oh, the white man is evil by nature, not realizing that the white man was sent by the Most High God to punish the children of Israel. And he don't want to talk about that. And if you don't know this, then you'll just assume that, yeah, these people are evil. And while you're focusing on the white man, you're ignoring the fact of the real enemy is in your community, the black man. The real enemy in the black community is the black man. That's the real enemy. Let's get back at the tape.
Oh, is that too much? We need to talk about those who came over here and completely wiped out the North American Indians. We need to talk about those who dropped a nuke on another country. We need to talk about those who have taken everything through conquests.
The Most High sent them to do that. The Most High said, in want and nakedness of all things you will be. So what are you talking about? The Bible says that we will envy the other nations. This guy don't follow God, fam. He don't follow the Bible. The Bible confirmed everything that took place. Their job is supposed to do that. The white man and all the other nations are supposed to be on top. The Bible says we're going to be the tail and not the head. Why? Because we didn't want to obey his commandments. So the Most High put all the other nations above us. The other nations are technically supposed to be serving us, but they're not. We're serving them. We're serving them. Even on the 9 to 5, we still serving them. Because why? We refuse to follow the Most High.
That's what we need to talk about if we want to talk about violence that need to be put in check. Now,
look, guys, if you're black, whether you Christian, a black Hebrew Israelite, Pan-African, FBA, whatever the case is, right? The so-called black man, black woman are the Most High's people. At the same time, you got to understand the truth. We were put in captivity because we rebelled against the Most High. And the Most High sent the other nations to put us in bondage as punishment. So you sitting around blaming the white man, blaming the Asian man, blaming the African man is a waste of time. You hating them is a waste of time. Jesus Christ did not tell you, oh, go out there and hate the white man, hate the African, hate the Asian, and just do evil because they did evil to your ancestors. He didn't tell you to do that. He did not tell you to do that. He says, love your enemies. Do good to them that persecute you and hate you and despise you. But we don't do that. We're literally the same thing. We do unto others as they did to us. We hate. We use hate to fight hate. And this is why we're at the bottom. You understand? All of this is by design. So while he's complaining about what's going on in D.C., what's going on in D.C. is God's judgment. God is sending judgment. He's still judging the people. But he don't like that because he's rebellious.
In case y'all haven't been paying attention to the news,
what's happening in the news?
There's been some alien sightings.
Now he's talking about alien sightings, guys.
Or unidentified flying objects.
He's talking about that when a black man was gunned down. Rather than him take these matters that's happening in the black community serious, which would happen to Kevin, gunned down on Facebook Live, he's busy telling us about alien sightings. And his dumb audience believe that garbage.
There's been some things going on in the skies.
Nobody cares about what's going on in the skies. We're concerned about what's going on in these communities. Because you can't go to the white community and start pulling out guns and messing with kids and beating on your woman and selling drugs. The white man ain't going to tolerate that. I don't know if y'all ever seen white men in action when it comes to them dealing with issues in their own community. They don't play none of that games. They don't play none of that stuff. They all come outside with guns. And if they don't come outside with guns, they come outside with bats and sticks. And they all come together as a group. And they'll pull up at your house. You ain't going to be in the community selling drugs. You're not going to be selling drugs. You're not going to be vandalizing the community. You're not going to be disrespecting women, hurting kids. You're not going to be doing none of that. You'll be driven out the community. Straight up. It's just that in the black community, a lot of black men act like cowards, and they know who sell drugs. They know who are the gang members, and they don't do nothing. You know why? Because they scared.
That the world powers are very aware of. Yeah. This simulation that we in is beginning to crack. This simulation that we in is beginning to have its birthing pains because we going into Jacob's trouble right now. And the holy angels are preparing to come and fight on our behalf.
Ain't nobody fighting on nobody's behalf, man. This guy is full of crap. He keep telling you a bunch of garbage. Who was there to fight for this brother? Where was the angel to come and fight for this black man? The angel was not there. So what are you talking about? Where was his angel? How come his angel wasn't there to fight for him? Instead, he took a bullet to the chest and now he dead. He got killed by the hands of a black man, not a white man, a black man.
The saints are prepared to come marching on our behalf. Make no mistake about it. And the way we talking right now, they can't comprehend what we talking about.
You can't even comprehend what you're saying because it don't make no sense. And this is why I keep saying that religion destroyed people. That's why churches are big business. That's why pastors are millionaires, because the people are dumb. The people are dumb in these churches, man. They keep believing these pastors. These pastors are criminals. All they do is pimp the people out of their money, taking in offerings and tithes. Pastor driving a Rolls Royce, flying in Lear jets, living in mansions while you in the projects. Have it ever dawned on you? How is it that the pastor's living good and you pray to the same God and you live in the slums, barely could pay your bills, but yet the pastor never got a problem, never got problems financially? Anytime the pastor need money, he come to the church. You never see the pastor go to God. The pastor come to you. But when you need money, what the pastor tell you? Go pray to God. Y'all been literally getting bamboozled by these damn pastors, man.
And I'm talking about the 2/3 and those on the outside. They don't get it. They don't see with the eyes that we see. Because we people who've been through everything and we still standing. So you got President Trump, who has decided that he wants to send the National Guards to DC.
Notice how he's
an unprecedented event.
Notice how he's concerned about DC and the National Guard. He should be happy that Trump is sending the National Guard because black men are not cleaning up the community.
Unprecedented event, pardon me, that has never taken place in history. First time in history this happens. And all you see is military walking through the streets. Why? They're trying to desensitize you to seeing that.
This man do not want the black community to be cleaned up, guys. He want the black community to stay full of crime. This is what's going on in the black community. Kevin Watson was murdered on Facebook Live after his last words were, "They're very disrespectful." Right when he said that, the YN pulled up and put him out of his misery. He was literally talking about these young black men being disrespectful. We're going to review the video later on. He was talking about these black men being disrespectful. And right when he said disrespectful, the devil came and took him out. Not a white man, a black man killed him, y'all. A black man killed Kevin Watson, and Nubreed got nothing to say about it.
That's not something that we should get used to seeing.
No, we need to get used to seeing military in the streets. That'll be good.
The scriptures say when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, flee off into the hills.
That scripture have nothing to do with what's going on in DC. And if you're going to flee to the hills, why haven't you fled yet? Hypocrite. You busy telling people to flee to the hills. You ain't flee to the hills. See, what he do is he quotes scripture that have nothing to do with what's going on today. The scriptures is what's going on in that time. Those people back then were supposed to flee to the hills. He's busy telling you to flee to the hills. How many people fled to the hills after listening to this damn Nubreed? None. So why is he quoting scripture for?
Because if you see military around your neighborhood and they claiming that it's about safety and peace, you're sadly mistaken. They're going on a witch hunt. This is not about criminals.
You see what he's doing, guys? He protects criminals. This YouTuber, Nubreed, love criminals. And he protects them at all costs. I don't know who's paying him to do this kind of content where it's like he ignored black issues. I'm talking about the real issues, fam. Listen, a baby could have been sexually assaulted by her stepfather. And Nubreed will ignore the story purposely and instead talk about white people. You know? And yes, he is a warlock. He practiced witchcraft, and this is what he really do. You know what I mean? He's ignoring the story, guys, about Kevin Watson telling you about nothing but nonsense.
This is about desensitizing you to seeing military presence outside your environment. The irony of it is they'll sit up there and say that they're there to clean up the neighborhood. We come in peace. We got these troops walking up on innocent bystanders in their own community, on their own porch, on their own stoop, harassing them, claiming that they're coming in the auspice of peace and safety. What them scriptures say?
Notice he going right back to the scriptures. But he's not talking about the story with Kevin Watson. Kevin Watson was sitting in his car, peaceful, just doing a live, and got a bullet in the chest.
When they scream peace and safety, sudden destruction shall come. Don't forget the word of God. Don't forget the scriptures. Don't lose focus on what's happening prophetically. And don't get fearful, because it's
all he do is promote fear.
It's all written.
At Willie, why are you even at my show? Why are you here? Why are you demons always coming over here? Stay over there by that damn dog's platform. You're always coming over here to talk crap about Ringo. Why are you so obsessed with Nubreed? Get a life. Shouldn't you be practicing those words? I'm obsessed by speaking the truth. See, guys, here we have a demon who is obsessed with Ringo TV. He's telling me to go get a life. My life is doing content. That's my life. And you're here viewing and watching. So let me put you on the block list real quick, right? Pack you up real quick. Let's get back at the content, guys.
This was all written. This is what we've been talking about for years now. We've been talking about martial law coming to the States.
Why is he focused on martial law? Are y'all seeing he's fair-mongering? You can't see what he's doing? He's fair-mongering the people. He wants all of us to be in fear that there's going to be martial law. We're going to all be in chains because we're black.
We've been talking about National Guards in the streets. And now what's happening?
But he's not talking about Kevin Watson. He's not talking about the man that was gunned down by a black man. He don't care, guys. When I tell you, he do not care about crime that's happening against our people, from black people.
And I'm proud to say that a lot of the mayors from various states are speaking out. And they're being fearless. They'll tell us that they're there to clean up our community. All right, let's start there. Let's start right there for a second. What exactly is cleaning up our community? What does that look like? Giving minors fed time? Today, I seen a story in which a man is going to do fed numbers for throwing a sandwich.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That was a white man. Nubreed, you are a fucking liar, because the judge threw whatever charges they try to give him out. So you're a liar. He just lied, guys. He just lied. I already saw the story with that. With the white guy that threw the sandwich, the Subway sandwich or whatever, at the National Guard guys, and they chased them down. And they were trying to put federal charges on the white guy. The judge said that's over the top and threw all of that crap out. So this man is a liar. He didn't even research the story, guys. He's literally putting out disinformation, propaganda, a bunch of damn lies. Lies. I'm the only one, guys, that do the research. I did the research already. That white man is not getting charged with nothing. The judge threw it out already.
He threw a sandwich at one of these National Guards. I don't know if y'all know about fair time, but that's double digits.
Now notice this, guys. You have Pass in the chat says they did drop the charges. I'll give you that. That is true. You see that? So who's lying here, guys? Is Nubreed telling you the truth? No, he's lying to you. All you folks that follow Nubreed, you're following a devil, guys. You are literally following a devil. And I've been trying to warn you, and you don't listen. The man is a straight up demon. He lies every time he go live. The man literally just told you that somebody's about to get fed time. I just told you that they dropped all of those charges. So everything Nubreed said is a lie. You understand? Pure lies. And people believe all this garbage. Let's get back at the content.
This man about to do double digits for hurling a sandwich. So what do we get from there? What do we get from there, right? Don't let these people get y'all out of pocket.
And notice, he ain't focused on the fact that the guy that threw the sandwich is white. He's literally ignoring the race side. He want you to believe that the guy that threw the sandwich was black. He ain't tell you the guy was white. I don't know if y'all didn't notice that. He didn't tell you the guy was white. It's a white guy.
Remain steadfast.
Let me see if I could pull up that video, guys. Let me see. I don't know if I have it. Let me see, because I was supposed to talk about it. I got so many videos, guys. So many videos to talk about. Let me see if I can find this. I don't know if I could, but let me see if I can find this. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm not sure if I have it here saved, because I remember I seen a story. All right, yeah, here it is. Let me get this. Let me download the video, guys. Let me download the video. Give me a few. Let me go to this website real fast and download this. Okay. Download. Okay. Because I want to show you so you know that I'm not lying. Because I don't got no reason to lie to you folks. None. I'm here to speak the truth and the truth only. I don't got no time to sugarcoat. On this platform, we deal with the real talk, real spit. Right? Let me get the video. Okay, download. All right. Okay, let me download this too. And this. Because Nubreed don't do the research. The dude is a straight up demon and he lies. And if you continue to look up the story, matter of fact, let me look that up too, guys. Give me a minute. Let me see. Give me a minute, guys. All right. All right. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Where is that thing? Where the hell is this thing? Because the guy was released from jail. Right? He was released. Da, 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 da. All right, let's put this here. Let me see. Reports confirm that Sean Dunn, a former Department of Justice DOJ employee, was charged with felony assault against throwing a Subway sandwich at U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers in Washington, D.C., rather than specifically targeting National Guard personnel. Attorney General Pam Bundy confirmed Bunn's termination from the DOJ following the incident. Dunn's alleged assault on a federal agent occurred amidst the Trump administration's increased federal law enforcement presence in the Capitol, including the deployment of National Guard troops, according to military.com. Initially detained and released without charges, a federal arrest warrant was later issued for Dunn, leading to his rearrest and felony charge. Court records show that Dunn admitted to throwing the sandwich, stating, "I did it. I threw a sandwich," says people.com. The felony charges carries a potential sentence of up to 8 years in prison. But he was released on his own recognizances and scheduled for preliminary hearing on September 4th, according to military.com. Let me get the video. Where is that video download? What folder is this in? Okay, here we go. Because he never told you the guy is white. He made it seem like the guy is black. And he said he's getting fed time. He's getting this. He ain't getting anything. That's a damn lie. Lies. Anything to get people riled up. In other words, we need to be careful, guys, because the Fed's going to put us all in prison. Okay. All right. I got too many windows open. Too many windows. Okay. I don't know if you can hear it. Could you hear it?
Little blue is not fucking worth it. Come on, Brian. Fight the fucking crown, man. Like a fucking way. You bitch.
Motherfucker.
Fucking gun! Fucking gun! Fucking gun!
He cooked him! He cooked him!
I tell them if they ever ask, what's me gonna happen?
Now think about this, guys. Nubreed want you to believe that that was such a damn crime. He's telling you about somebody throwing a sandwich on somebody. Really? A sandwich? Y'all saw it for yourselves. Really? Man, I tell you. He ain't tell you the guy was white. He didn't tell you that part. He wanted you to believe that the person was black. Let's get back at the content.
I'm pretty sure bro is regretting doing that. Imagine doing 10 years because you decided to throw a sandwich.
He said, bro. Because he want you to believe the guy was black, guys. And the guy was white. You see that? He's trying to allude to the guy being black. The guy was a white man.
Listen, y'all gotta remain in pocket. Y'all gotta remain calm.
Notice he's saying y'all gotta remain calm. So he want you to believe that the guy that threw the sandwich was black. but the guy was white. Y'all don't see what he's doing? In other words, black people, y'all need to stay calm. Don't throw stuff at them. Don't do this. Don't do that. He want y'all to believe that the guy was black. But see, his viewers are dumb. His viewers don't know no better. So they believe anything he say. That's why I always show y'all the receipts. I showed y'all the receipts. The guy was a white man. See? See, that was a white man, but he wanted you to believe it was a black man. I keep telling y'all guys, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
This too shall pass. And if you can, quietly remove yourself from the situation. Because if you follow the scriptures, you're going to be straight. When you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, now Jerusalem is significant to any demographic where our people are at. It's synonymous to God's people in a concentrated area. When you see it compassed with armies, flee, get out of there.
So he's telling you to flee. So basically, if you're black, Nubreed is telling you to flee DC. That's what he's telling you to do. How many of you folks are going to flee? How many of y'all are going to flee? Come on, man. Y'all got to stop listening to these charlatans, fam. For real, for real.
So you got to maintain your emotions. You can't fall for these tricks. They're looking for you to react on emotion.
You see what he's doing? He's saying they are looking for you to react on emotion. He didn't tell you that was a white guy that threw that sandwich. He wanted you to believe that it was a black man that react out of emotions. But isn't that what he said we should do? Like we should go to war and fight? That's what he said in his community post that we talked about the other day. His viewers were saying it's time to go to war.
Try to find a way out of that situation, out of that city, wherever city that these individuals come, because they coming to Chicago.
Fairmongering. They coming to Chicago. He's talking about they coming to Chicago, but he ain't talking about the black man that was gunned down in Chicago. Hypocrite. Nubreed. How come you ain't talking about Kevin Watson being gunned down in Chicago? You trying to get people in Chicago fearful of the National Guard when we got to deal with savage ninjas. I think the ninjas are more likely to gun us down than the National Guard. Kevin Watson is dead and his kids are crying. Why ain't you talking about that? Instead, you telling people that the National Guard is coming to Chicago. They need to come to Chicago and clean up the mess.
They coming to New York. They coming to Baltimore. They coming to New Jersey. They are coming.
How come you ain't say they coming to Georgia? How come you ain't say they coming to Georgia? Yeah, this is amazing. He's telling you they coming to Chicago, they coming to Baltimore, they coming to New York. He don't say they coming to Georgia. How come? You don't want them to come to where you are so they could pick you up?
And when they do, you got to keep your head on a swivel.
Shout out to Ricardo for the support. It says that community is the most hypocritical. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Salute V-Dub Man in the building. Shout out to Zato in the building. What's going on? Shout out to everybody stopping by. Appreciate everybody coming through. We talking about the situation of Kevin Watson shot dead on Facebook Live and Nubreed don't care. And, we got to talk about these issues, fam. I don't like what I'm seeing where you got these YouTubers that always want to fairmonger, get everybody riled up, but they don't want to talk about the issues affecting the community. So we were reviewing his video to see. This is his latest video. So you would think in his latest video he would be addressing the Kevin Watson situation, but no. He's busy talking about stuff that makes no sense.
You got to stay on point. Yeah, somebody said that's the best use for a Subway sandwich, better than eating one. Y'all wild. But I'm going to tell y'all, we being distracted from a lot of things happening in the world.
Yeah, you're being distracted from the stories that matter. You're distracting people with the DC situation, right? And you're distracting your viewers from what went down in Chicago with Kevin Watson. See, the real federal agent is Nubreed. He's the federal agent that's being paid to keep black people dumbed down and docile, to keep you distracted with a bunch of dumb stories that makes no sense. You know? That's all he spread is false propaganda. That's all Nubreed does, guys. You know? Propaganda lies all day.
God is actually flexing and showing the presence of the angelic beings. The matrix is actually glitching out right now.
Yeah, you're glitching out. You're glitching out right now because you're not telling the people the truth.
There's phenomenons happening. There's that mercy and grace that he's having on his people, sparing his people.
So who spared this brother? Because he's dead. See, he's love bombing the viewers, telling them lies, tickling their ears. That's what he does, guys. This particular warlock, he tickled people's ears on social media all day.
That's happening right now. He's the Most High sending his angels to usher out the seals on his people.
There's no seals, nothing, none of that stuff, guys. This guy's a liar. Everything he says is a lie. Nobody's ushering no seals on no people. All of this stuff is bull crap he's talking. Pure lies.
Telling the people of the Most High to make sure that they protected through all of this. That's happening right now. There's a lot taking place and transpiring while all hell is breaking loose around us.
And he's not talking about the hell that's going on in the black community. Why he's not talking about the hell that's breaking loose in the Kevin Watson shooting situation. Why he's not talking about the black man that unalived his wife. Why he's not talking about that other black man that told a young boy to put his hand inside his pants to touch his you-know-what. Why he's not talking about those stories, guys. The black teacher that told the student, the young boy, to put his hand inside of his pants to massage his equipment. How come Nubreed ain't talking about that? See, he don't talk about the real stories. I do. I address the real topics that people are afraid to talk about.
And I want y'all to know that, yes, we are the target, but we're not walking in fear. But Black America is the target. You got to be a fool not to see it. You know, you got people thinking it's, you know, the neighborhoods are out of control. What does cleaning up the neighborhood look like? I didn't mean to digress. Let's stay there for a second.
So he's going to continue to lie a little bit more. Shout out to Henderson for the support. Says RIP to Kevin Watson. You should have had corrected your words because you basically said to RIP Kevin Watson, and then you put "and" those that speak the truth, which means you're basically saying that all of us are dead. So you really need to correct that. But I appreciate the support. Let's get back at the content.
What does cleaning up our neighborhoods look like, brothers and sisters? Does cleaning up our neighborhoods look like giving these youngins fed numbers?
He don't want the youngins to get fed numbers, guys. He don't want the youngins to go to prison.
Or cleaning up our neighborhoods look like, you know, federal funding instead of federal troops?
What federal funding is he talking about? This guy is not making no sense. He want the government to come into the black community and give them money. No, the black community don't need nothing. They need to get off their damn ASS and go get a job. The black man need to go get a job. The black woman is the only one working in the black community. You go to any of these predominantly black communities, you'll find nothing but black women going to school and going to work, while a ninja is living in her house. And she's afraid for her life because she don't even know how to get rid of this bum.
How about taking the tax dollars to get more boys and girls clubs?
Why don't you do that? Since you got UP scams, why don't you build a boys club? Why don't you build a boys club on the land that you claim you got at UP scams? How come you're not doing that, Nubreed? How come you ain't doing what you claim that the government should be doing? How come you ain't doing it? Since you got all this land, right, that really you don't own, right? That's Mike's land, and y'all ain't building nothing on it for the black community. So how come you ain't doing that? Bunch of hypocrisy, fam.
How about making sure that we have activities? How about
you should make sure you have your own damn activities, black man. The black man is supposed to make sure that his community have what it need, not the white man. See, this is the problem. The black man is weak. The black man is always waiting for the white man to come in to put community services and various things in his community. No, put it in your own community. You got time to buy Jordans, Polo, designer, cars, houses, and all this other junk, but you man can't put money together to build a community center for your kids? Come on, man, stop the cap. The white man's job is not to do that. That's your job. You don't see the Jewish man run into the white man. The Jewish man build his own stuff in his own communities. You know what I mean? The Jewish man got their own schools in New York. They got their own stores in New York. You know, the Jewish man owned one of the biggest electronic stores in America, which is B&H Photo in New York City. One of the biggest electronic stores, and they provide the best customer service in the world. The best. And they're Jewish run. So how come the black man can't build nothing? Why the black man is at the bottom, don't want to do nothing? Why black men can't come together and build a community center? Look at Umar Johnson. The dude is a fucking idiot. I'm just being honest. I don't know why anybody take these people serious. That man been hustling the black community for so long. Now he telling you that his bank accounts is froze and how they're going to take away the school and they're going to sell the school. Why y'all people keep funding these ninjas that are pimping people? Umar been living off the black community for years. That man been sustaining his life for years off of the funding of black people. That man couldn't even get a school built. It took him damn near 10 years, still can't get it built. This man wasn't even paying his taxes. This man wasn't paying none of his bills. Why? Because that's how black folk is. They don't take care of their business. You know what I mean? They don't know nothing about business, nothing about economics. You see? And we don't even know how to work with one another. That's the problem. We need proper education on business, finance, and everything else. You know? We need to get with people that went to school for business so that they can teach and guide and get involved. But we can't work together because there's so much jealousy. There's so much jealousy in the black community. It's sick, man.
Making sure that you get the drugs out of the community.
Get the drugs out of the community? He waiting for the white man to get the drugs out of the community.
Not a witch hunt. Not targeting residents.
Listen, Nubreed, what are you doing to get the ninjas out the black community? What are black men doing in Chicago to get the ninjas out the community? What are black men doing in DC to get the ninjas out the community? Nothing. Black men are doing nothing to fix their own community. They're expecting Trump to come in. Now, here's the thing, guys. This man hates Donald Trump, but at the same time want Donald Trump to clean his community. I mean, think about how weak we look as black men, that we're waiting for the white man to come in to solve our problems. Imagine that, brother. You live in your house with your wife. You going through issues with your old lady, and you're waiting for another black man to come in and tell you what to do in your house, how to guide your house. That's sick, bro. You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to do what you got to do. You know, it's one thing to get some advice from a brother, but you got to execute judgment in your own house. You can't be looking for somebody else to walk you through it. No, you got to be a man about your business.
Not giving neighborhoods curfews. And I know there's a lot of mixed emotions, even people from my hometown. They got their thoughts about this situation. You got some people that will say, well, look, it is crime out here. And, hey, Trump is doing a good thing. And I want you to see the bigger picture. Never before in history have we had military troops governing neighborhoods for no apparent reason.
Notice he's talking about we never had military troops governing black neighborhoods, but yet we got thugs and gang members governing the community. And it always been like that. This guy's a joke, man. Like, black savages govern the black community. They run the black community, to the point that when crime is committed, black people don't even call the cops. They don't even tell nobody. Excuse me, did you see what happened? Nope, I ain't see nothing, sir. So you didn't see nothing. I ain't see nothing. I ain't hear nothing. I ain't no snitch. That's the black community for you.
Keep in mind, these These crime numbers are down exponentially, pardon me. And that's proven. That's a fact.
Crime is not down. I don't know what you're talking about. The crime rate in DC is up. You're a liar. You got residents who live in DC. Do we have anybody that live in DC? Do we have anybody in the chat? Put a 1 if you live in DC and you can confirm that the crime rate up or is it down? What is it? To the people that really live there, the people that are in the trenches, the people that have boots on the ground, because Nubreed is not in DC. He's telling you that crime is down, it's good, it's safe, everything is good. That's what he's saying. And he's lying. He's lying because we can confirm, because we seen people that was in his chat and they were going at him. They were telling him he don't know what he's talking about. That they're glad that Trump is out there doing what needs to be done because the crime is over the heads, man. It's just out of control now.
We've never had this happen. Now, I want y'all to understand why we the targets.
Now he want to tell you why we the targets. We ain't no target, guys. He is putting witchcraft on you to be the target. I keep telling you guys that the dude is a warlock. He practiced spell casting, destiny swapping. He's a monitoring spirit. He likes to gang stalk. He likes to harvest the energy of his viewers. Now he's going to tell you why you're a target. You're not no target, people. He's putting targets on your back. That's how he harvests your energy.
And I want y'all to get the likes up on the video because I want this message to spread.
No, you want to make money. Just call it what it is. You want to make money. You don't want the message to spread. You want to make money.
Why are Black Americans the targeted individuals?
Do you see what he's doing? He's saying Black Americans are the targeted individuals. He's lying. Nobody's targeting Black people.
Yeah, I butchered that word exponentially, is what I meant.
No, you just don't know how to pronounce words. That's probably what it is. You didn't graduate high school. You know? That's what it is. Don't feel bad. I mean, it is what it is. Get hooked on phonics.
Why are we the targets? Because, ladies and gentlemen, they know that we are the glitch in the matrix. We were never supposed to survive this.
That don't make no sense what he just said, guys. He's literally telling Black people that they are the targets. And his reasoning is that we are the glitch in the matrix. What kind of stupidness is this, guys? Does that make any sense? We're the glitch in the matrix, guys.
We are a walking, talking miracle. We're God's chosen people.
Right. What about victims? Look what Zato said. He says, what about victims who are non-Black? Nubreed don't think they're targets too. And see, who brought that out? Brainwaves. Brainwaves brought that out in his live where he was talking about the same situation that's going on in DC. And the situation is not just affecting Black people. It's affecting white people too. You got a lot of white homeless people. See, people forget about that. Even out here in North Carolina. Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. In New York, I seen predominantly Black homeless. You know, I lived in the Black community. I lived in the hood, in the projects, and I seen a lot of Black homeless. I wasn't accustomed to seeing white homeless people. Hardly seen white homeless people in New York. You know what I mean? And if you do, it's probably like 1 or 2. In North Carolina, I see a heck of a lot of white homeless people. A lot of white homeless people in North Carolina. I never seen that many white people homeless. Never. They got signs. They be out on the corner asking for money, just sitting there in the hot, boiling sun. And I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? And they be sleeping in parks, like in the woods and tents and all sorts of stuff. I never seen that many homeless white people until I got to North Carolina. So when you think about DC, homelessness affects everybody, white and Black. But Nubreed don't care about white people. Can't y'all see? Can't y'all see that Nubreed's platform is anti-white? He don't like white people. He focused predominantly on Blacks, and that's a problem. Because I understand that I got white viewers, Asian viewers, Black viewers. I got all different kinds of viewers. So I cannot make my content one-sided. I can't do that. I'm going to lose my viewers. You know, I'm going to lose my viewers if I do that. But he don't care. He made everything a black issue.
And as long as we breathing, as long as we are transforming, reaching new levels, new dynamics, they run out of time. As long as we elevating, and they can't stop us from evolving. As long as we evolving, that's a problem for the kingdom of darkness.
Do you see what he's doing? So he's basically saying the kingdom of darkness is white people. Do you see what Nubreed just did? If you're white, Asian, whatever nationality, if you're non-black, Nubreed believe that you're of the kingdom of darkness. That's what he's calling you. In 4K, you heard what he said.
And it's time for us to continue putting the pressure on them. Now, how you put the pressure on them? Because, you know, you got people out there that believe fighting is something physical.
That's what you've been promoting, though. You've been promoting that you're ready for war. Your audience been saying it's time to go to war. You've been saying that you got to put hands on them. You've been inciting violence in your videos, teaching people to go to war against the federal government. Now you trying to backpedal? Nah.
Look, the Bible says we battle not against flesh and blood, and the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
If it's not, then why those black men jumped that white, the Russian people out in Cincinnati? You was making videos saying that it's good that they got hands put on them. How come the blacks didn't pray for them? How come the blacks didn't lay hands on them in terms of biblically to cast out demons? How come the blacks didn't pray and turn the other cheek? Instead, they beat up a white woman, sucker punched her, beat her up real good. You know what I mean? How come? You made videos about that, Nubreed. You were boasting about how wonderful it was to see the blacks beat the white people up. You were laughing and mocking them. Now you here talking about we don't battle against flesh and blood. You're a hypocrite.
Weapons of our warfare, not carnal. You know how we beat them? We keep serving the Lord. Just like in the days of Pharaoh, what do? We marked our doors with the blood of the Lamb. We marked our doors, and guess what? It skipped over our homes. So no matter, y'all got to keep in mind, no matter what's going on around you, if you are honoring God, if you in your household is honoring the Most High, it's going to skip your door.
He's lying. He's lying. Ain't nothing going to skip no door. The man just make up stuff as he goes, bro. And you're right. That golden nugget you said, you can tell off the rip who has part demon in them. You could tell. I could tell when people got demons in them. You know, whether they white, black, I could tell who got a devil. You know what I mean? I could just look at people and know they got demons. That's why I avoid people as much as I can, because a lot of people are crashing out. A lot of people got spirits in them. And, you know, they're not, a lot of people don't got God in their life. So it gets really crazy out in these streets.
It's going to skip your door. Now, a lot been going on, man. They've been targeting all black cities.
Notice he's still not talking about Kevin Watson. He's still not talking about Kevin Watson, guys. That whole live stream he did, he's still not talking about this brother. He just ignored his death. It don't even matter to him. That's how sick that man is, bro. But he claimed he got love for the black community.
On this right on the forefront, and it's been a lot of mixed emotions. And I'm gonna tell y'all, they conditioned our people. They conditioned the world into believing that our people are the problem. You got some of our own people who believe that we're the problem.
Notice that he said we got some of our people who believe that we're the problem. We are the problem. Black people are the problem. I am not concerned about white people at all. At all. I don't care if I'm around racist whites. I don't care if I'm around Klansmen. I am more concerned about ninjas than anybody else. I got to be concerned about them because they are the first ones to plot on me. The majority of my enemies is all black, all of them. I don't got white enemies. I might have white neighbors that probably talk about me, but when it comes to enemies, my enemies are all black. All of them. They're the ones that's jealous of me. They're the ones that hate me. They mad at me because I take care of my family. They be mad at me when I'm out having fun with my family. They mad at me right now just because I'm making a video. And a lot of y'all got black neighbors that as soon as you walk outside, they rolling their eyes at you. Jealous. They see you get in your car, they pissed off with you. You ain't even do nothing to them. They mad at you. You got co-workers that are black, they jealous of you. They hate you for no reason. You a good person. And they just jealous, bruh. And they black. You would think they would be proud of you. You think they would be happy for you. But no, they want to see you die. Some of y'all moved out of y'all neighborhood to your first apartment, or you purchase a home and you're so excited about moving up in life. You got the truck, you're packing your furniture, and your neighbors are pissed. You could see it in their face. They're mad that you're moving out for no reason. Rather than them come over and be like, hey neighbor, I know we really never talked and stuff, but I see you're moving out. I'm really happy for you. You know, I'm just so excited. I get excited anytime I see somebody moving out the hood, or they never happy, man. They never happy for you, man. That's crazy, man.
Black crime is a myth.
This dude just said black crime is a myth. He just said black crime is a myth, and Kevin Watson was gunned down on Facebook Live just the other day, bro. Murdered in cold blood because a ninja wanted to steal his chain. Nubreed just said black crime is a myth.
Nubreed, what? Black crime is a myth. Yeah, it's a myth.
You heard that, guys, in 4K. This damn devil just said that it's a myth. That's crazy. Absolutely, it's sick, bro. Absolutely sick. And this is what's going on right now. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Let me check something real quick. Okay, let me go check this real fast. Give me a minute, guys. I got to go to Instagram. Some news came in. Let me see. Let me go to Instagram. Let me check this. Hold on. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let me see. I don't see nothing. Let me see. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy, bro. I'm on Tyrese's page, right? I'm gonna have to do a video about this too. Let me see. I'm on Tyrese's page right now. I think Tyrese posted this about 15 hours ago. And let me post a screenshot just to kind of get you guys up to speed on what's going on. All right, because you know Nubreed don't cover stuff like this because he's a damn coward, and he's being paid by the federal government to avoid topics that deal with black on black issues because he want us to not understand or take accountability for what goes on in the community. I'm not going to play this video on this video here. I'm going to do a separate video with it. But I just got this from Tyrese page. I was just notified to go check. And Tyrese made this caption. He says, "This clip breaks my heart because I am puzzled and triggered," right? "I am puzzled and triggered. How did we get to this point where we just hate our own so much? Well, there's no regard anymore for human life. To hear this man crying out, just hoping he didn't die. And this is all in broad daylight. Jesus, please, God, please heal our culture. I just don't feel like this level of deep-rooted hatred plays out like this towards any other group, towards their own. Jesus, make it stop. I am reminded of why I moved out of the hood, because I seen this and lived." You know what I mean? I don't know what that mean. I guess he said lived, RBLS. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe somebody could fill that in every day. But yeah, in this particular clip that's on Tyrese's page, you see a black man shooting another black man. And the guy is basically screaming and crying out for help. And Tyrese posts this on his page. And he says, "I usually don't post clips like this." And you see a black man gunning down another black man in broad daylight. You know? Now think about this. He said this is the reason why he moved out the hood. This is the reason why, guys. The reason why Tyrese moved out the hood is because of ninjas, y'all. And you wondering why when ninjas move into white communities, whites get nervous. Now, here's the thing, guys. Let me balance it out because some people will misconstrue my words. I'm not saying that when you black and you move into the white community that white people get nervous. When you black and you move into a white community, white folk get on edge because they don't know if you're a ninja or if you're black. There's a difference. There's a big difference between being a black man, black woman versus being a ninja. And if I was white, I would be concerned too. If I'm white and I have a pure, predominantly white, peaceful community, and I see 3 black families move in, I'm not going to be concerned because there's black folk. I'm going to be wondering, are they bringing crime? Because if you hear on the news all day that black folk are doing this and black folk are doing that, it makes us all look bad. That's why I talk about these issues. You see? But once white folk realize that you're a cool black man, a cool black woman, you're civilized, working class family, you stay out of trouble, they don't got no problem with you. You know why? Because they realize that you're not with none of that savage behavior and you're not bringing all that garbage into the community. But if you come there with all that nonsense, they're going to try to get you up on out of there. And I don't blame them. You see? I don't blame them one bit. So I need for you to understand the difference. A lot of times we think that when you black and you move into a white community, they're just racist and they don't want you there. No, what they don't want is they don't want ninjas. And I don't blame them. See, they can't say that. I could. The white man can't say that, but deep down in white man and white woman heart, they don't want ninjas in their community, damn it. And I don't blame them. Who would? I don't want them in the black community. So why would the white man want that mess in their community? They got to be concerned about their kids being around a bunch of savages wanting to kill each other and shoot guns. No. And bring drugs? No. No. So you can't get mad. I get to say what needs to be said because I'm a black man. You see? But this demon Nubreed, he don't care. You see? Now think about this. If a white man moved into a predominantly black community, how come we don't get concerned? How come we don't be like, you know, he's bringing drugs and he's bringing crime? We don't ever say that. We don't say that. Why? But yet when we move into the white neighborhood, the white community is on edge because they think we bring in savage behavior in. That's crazy, right? It's because we don't hold ourselves accountable, guys. We don't hold ourselves accountable. Shout out to Matt for the support. He says some change for you. Enjoyed seeing you out with all your girls yesterday. Hey, appreciate that, fam. Shout out to Matt for the support, sponsoring the show. So guys, are y'all gonna get mad with Tyrese? Tyrese said this is why he moved out the hood. Because he can't deal with ninjas, man. Y'all think anytime black people move out the hood is because we just got some money and we just wanted to leave? No, we wanted to get away from ninjas, man. We want to live in peace. Why do you think white people live as far away from black folk as they can? Y'all be wondering why they do this, man. Let me tell you something. People be thinking white people just got money because they white. No. White people will save all their money to buy a house, to live as far away from crime as possible. And they'll do everything to live within their means, even if it means driving an old pickup truck, an old raggedy car, just to stay away from crime. And they'll live within their means. They'll wear that same pair of shoes. They don't buy no designer clothes, right? And they just buy the basic furniture that they need to furnish the house. And they'll live within their means, away from crime. They got a nice house, but they live within their means. It doesn't mean they broke, but they not rich. But you think they rich because they live in a nice neighborhood. No, they just learn how to live within their means. And everybody chip in to make sure that we are able to fund this lifestyle because we don't want to live around savages. And trust and believe, you got white folk that commit crime in white neighborhoods, and white people got a special name for them. I don't know what they call them, but white folk have their own issues. You know? The problem that I got is the black community commit crime every day, and we don't acknowledge these issues. We don't hold them accountable. And people like Nubreed support criminals. And now he's basically saying that there's no such thing as black crime. Check it out.
Now, a lot been going on, man. They've been targeting all black cities. They've been doing this right on the forefront, and it's been a lot of mixed emotions. And I'm gonna tell y'all, they conditioned our people. They conditioned the world into believing that our people are the problem. You got some of our own people who believe that we're the problem. Black crime is a myth.
Wow.
Nubreed, what? Black crime is a myth. Yeah, it's a myth.
Wow.
It's not about black crime. Criminals commit crimes. Criminals commit crimes. Now, there's no black people who have any large organized crime networks. It doesn't exist.
This man is crazy, guys. This man is literally crazy. Are y'all listening to how crazy this man sound? This is crazy.
No. Black crime is a myth. That's something that's the boogeyman. They got a boogeyman that they've created, and it's just not true.
Wow. But yet, Kevin Watson was gunned down on Facebook Live because a ninja wanted to steal his chain, guys. Nubreed said that black crime is a myth. Are y'all seeing this? All of you people that are subscribed to Nubreed Global Truth need to unsubscribe right now. Right now. Just unsubscribe. Come on over here. This is a safe place for you to get the real news, the real stories. This guy already sold out, guys. He sold out for a check. If you can't see that this man is lying, guys, what more do I need to show you? He keep telling you that I'm bothering him. I'm hating him. I'm all of this negative stuff to try to deter you from watching my platform. But I'm showing you the man is a liar. Kevin died being gunned down on Facebook Live by another black man. Crime is happening every day in Chicago, every day in New York, every day in Atlanta, every day in DC. You know, Chirac, crime all day long. In LA, crime all day. You know, out in North Carolina, crime is happening all the time in the black community. Nubreed said it's a myth, that it's not true.
It gives them the power to go on their witch hunts, and that's what's happening right now. Ain't no such thing as black crime. Crime is crime. I'm not buying that narrative.
So in his mind, crime is crime. So he don't see black crime, guys. He don't see black crime. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me good, guys. I'm going to get rid of this computer that I'm using. I'm going to have to get another computer because this computer is bugging out. It really is. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this computer, but I'm going to definitely get another one. I'm going to definitely upgrade to a new system because I don't know. This computer, I don't know what it is. It's just like anytime I go live on this particular computer, I get these issues. You know, it don't happen with no other computer but this one. But I like this particular section. I'm going to have to replace the computer. But anyway, you said everything is good? Okay, let's see. And make sure y'all get the likes up, guys. We got 380 in the building, 318 likes. Let's get those likes to 400, guys. Let's get them to 400.
The same people who placed us in these conditions that we're in.
Nobody placed us in no conditions that we're in. That's a lie. What is he talking about? This man is crazy. He's telling you that somebody placed us in the conditions that we're in. Nobody placed us in any conditions that we're in. Nobody placed me in the house that I'm living in. Nobody placed me here. I had to leave New York and move, save money, get my credit right, had to do what I had to do. Nobody placed me there. I had to put moves in. I had to make moves. That didn't just come. So what is he talking about? He want you all to believe that the white man put black people in a bad situation. That's what he want you to believe. It's a lie, guys. The man is literally lying. Lying to keep you folks tuned in so that you could be fearful that someone's controlling your community.
The labels on our people. And they got us believing that we are the problem. No, we're not the problem. This nation that created the problem is the problem. That's the problem.
We have one of Nubreed's supporters in here, Renee. Renee, listen to me. I don't know. You probably just joined this show. Nubreed is a warlock. I understand you're coming over here to try to defend him and whatnot, but the man is a liar. I don't know what you mean by I understand him. He's saying the wording is the problem. No, you're being deceived. You understand? You're being deceived. And I can tell that you're one of the people that have been deceived by Nubreed, and you were sent over here to act as if though you understand him. The man is not talking about Kevin, who was gunned down on Facebook Live by another black man. He's not addressing those issues. You know why? Because if he did that, he would have to acknowledge my work. But he don't want to acknowledge my work. Therefore, he don't talk about those topics. You understand? It doesn't make no sense. And that's the problem. That's the problem with this culture of black folk that follow narcissists like Nubreed. Those are his people, guys. Those are his people. You said we have a brain and I can understand both sides. I think this is black crime going back and forth. You're a part of the problem. You're not even paying attention, guys. We can't help her. Let's just get back to the content. We can't help her. Let's go.
We didn't bring the drugs in our community. Who did that?
We didn't bring the drugs in our community. Who did that? Dumbass, you're selling it. What about that? See, this is what I mean about ninjas, bro. He's busy saying we didn't bring the drugs in our community. But these ninjas are selling the drugs to their own people. Make that make sense? Do you see how foolish this man is? This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This man said, we didn't bring the drugs in our community. But yet black men are selling the drugs to their own people, killing their own communities, keeping their communities high so they can make money. That's how dumb this guy is. No accountability for the black community. He's blaming it on someone else. You see? Should we blame car manufacturers for all the drive-by shootings? Should we do that? Should we do that, guys? Should we blame all the car manufacturers for all the vehicles that are being built, that are being used in crimes? Should we do that? Come on now. This doesn't make no sense.
Would y'all agree that whoever sent the fentanyl in our neighborhoods, the crack, the cocaine, would y'all all agree that those would be the criminals? How many of y'all will agree with that?
No, I would agree that those that are selling the drugs to our people are the criminals. Do you see how this man takes no accountability? He's talking about who's the bigger criminal. So basically, anybody that's selling fentanyl, drugs, whatever, crack, they're not the criminal. He don't even want you to focus on that. Why do you think he's not talking about Kevin Watson getting gunned down on Facebook Live? Because he protects and supports criminals. And that's what he do, fam. I keep telling y'all this, but y'all don't believe me. Nubreed is a damn demon, a warlock. That's his true image right there, guys. That is the true image of Nubreed right there. That is who he really is. Behind the cloak is a demon.
I watched this documentary not too long ago. It took place in Los Angeles. And they basically said that in the middle of the night, some vans rolled up. No license plates. Nothing. And they dropped barrels in the hood, right there in the projects, right there in South Central.
And the ninjas took the barrels and opened them up and went to killing one another. What about that part? What about that part? Are you telling me that black people are so dumb that they can drop a barrel of drugs and guns in the black community, and rather than black people just leave it there and go back to their house, they come out like a bunch of savage animals and take up the guns and start killing and selling drugs to one another? But you're not talking about that part. Instead, you want to talk about somebody dropping something there. And you really believe that.
Guess what was in them? Drugs and guns. They dropped them right there in the middle of the hood.
Well, what if they would have dropped books and pens? Are black people going to go to school? No. If they dropped barrels of books, pens, and book bags, are black people going to go to college, complete high school? No, they're not. They're not going to read the books. They're not. So what are you talking about? You're not making no sense. No sense whatsoever, guys. If the government dropped a bunch of books, rich dad, poor dad books, do you think black people are going to go grab a book and start to read it? No. Because black men don't read. They don't. So everything he's saying is bull crap. Black men make choices to commit crimes, to sell drugs to their own people, and to shoot one another. So everything he's telling you to try to put the blame on somebody else is a joke.
Some kids found it. The kids woke up after grabbing these.
Yeah, that's a good one. If the government dropped a bunch of Bibles, will black people start to read it and obey God? Nope, they won't. They'll put that Bible right down and leave it there. Matter of fact, they'll walk up to it, see the Bible. They'll see it say Holy Bible, and they will walk away. They would not even take up the book. Trust me, guys. If the government dropped crates of Bibles in the black community, crates of Bibles and apocryphas, black people won't even touch those books. The sanitation workers would have to come in and pick those books up and dump them. You know? So if black men are going to pick up guns and drugs, they made a choice to sell that drugs and shoot one another. But Nubreed is not talking about any accountability. He's talking as if though black men and women are stupid and they have no brains and we're like animals. So we don't know better. We don't know that it's wrong to shoot one another yet. We don't know that it's wrong to sell drugs to one another. Are you telling us, Nubreed, that we are so dumb that we don't understand the effects of what drugs can do? I tell you, man, anybody that's listening to Nubreed at this point is dumb. You gotta be.
Drugs, not knowing what it was, it seeped into their pores. You know, it kind of went into their nostrils. You know, they just playing with it, didn't know what it was. Some of them kids woke up with withdrawal symptoms. They had flu-like symptoms because they, you know, anybody know anything about crack cocaine or cocaine in general, it can seep into your pores and your nasal passages.
This man is talking about this stuff. This man disrespected my dead mother, y'all. I don't think y'all understand this. This man disrespected my dead mother. My mom, guys, was on crack cocaine when I was a kid. This YouTuber disrespected my mom. She died of cancer. He made a video, and I talked about it, where he said, he made a video saying that my mom was strung out on crack and she sold her body for crack. This is what he did, guys, on video on YouTube. That's what he did, guys. No cap. You can search my channel for the video. It's on the platform right now. Where Nubreed mocked the death of my mother, who died of cancer at 65, 66, around there. She died of cancer. When I was a kid, she was on crack cocaine. I was raised during the crack epidemic. I was born in 1977. Everybody, mama and father back then was on drugs. Either your mom was on drugs or your dad was on drug, your uncle was on drug, a cousin is on drug. This man made a video mocking my mom, using my story and my testimony where I talked about my mom being on crack and how she was delivered by the Most High and got off of drugs and got clean and got into the church and cleaned up her life. This damn devil, this demon, this serpent mocked the death of my mother. This damn bastard did that. And now he's over here acting like he cares about the black community and the crack epidemic and drugs being put in our communities. Nubreed is a fucking joke, y'all. I'm just being honest with you. The man is a joke. And anybody that's listening to him, you got problems. See, I know the real him. I know who he is. He's a devil, a demon, a liar, a manipulator. And he tries to act as if though he's for the people. If he's for the people, why he mocked the death of my mom? Who does that? Who talks about another man's mother? And you know what he said? He said, yeah, I talked about your mom. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Instigating a fight. Then he got online like a bitch, talking about I was threatening him. I don't understand these type of dudes, bro. It don't make no sense. Nobody does that. If you got problems with me, you talk about me. You don't talk about a man's dead mama. You don't talk about a man's kids. You don't talk about a man's wife. You talk about the man. But yet people think this guy is a man of God? Nah. Let's get back at the content.
And there's documentaries on how they sat back and they watched the neighborhood turn over. They did that to our communities.
No, they didn't do nothing to our communities. We did that to our communities. Black men took the drugs and sold it to their own people. Black men took the drugs, sold it to their own mama, their own cousins and uncles. They sold drugs to our own. The white man was not in the black community dealing drugs. The black man is the one who got the drugs and started to sell to his own people. That's what we did.
They did that to our communities. We didn't bring that stuff over here. Our people naturally are not criminals.
Are you hearing this mess? He said our people are not naturally criminals, but yet the Most High put us in slavery. That man don't even understand all of the crime we committed all throughout the scriptures. Rebelling against the Most High. That was the biggest crime we ever did. Not keeping the commandments of the Most High was the biggest crime black people have ever done. And this man said it's not in our nature to commit crimes. This man is a joke. David committed a crime. He murdered a man to take that man's wife. What about that, Nubreed? David was lusting after another man's wife. Had that man executed and murdered so that he could take his wife. We've been committing crimes. What are you talking about? All throughout the Bible, the people of the Most High have been committing crimes. And he over here acting like we don't even have an ounce of criminality in our blood. We hate ourselves to the point where we murdered this man right here. The black community murdered Kevin Watson. The black community did that, not the white man. You know? The black man did that. Tyrese just made a post showing black men gunning down another black man. If you go to Tyrese's Instagram, you could see the post. You will literally see the man taking the gun, shooting the man. Clear as day. Got the gun, putting bullets in another black man while the man begged for his life. Black people are doing this, not the white man. And this damn dog is telling you otherwise.
They brung that stuff to our communities. Who is they, Nubreed?
Who is they, Nubreed? Who is they?
Who is they? Who is this they you speak of? Well, without slapping the agency on it, it's the devil.
Now he said it's the devil. He said it's the devil. Why don't he just say the white man? You see what he's doing, guys? He said they. Rather than him saying the white man, he cowered up and say the devil. So the devil walked in with crack into the black community. You a damn liar, bro. You a liar and you a racist. You know good and well you want to say the white man. Because that's what you black Hebrew Israelites love to say.
Without slapping an agency on it, it's those who stand much to gain making us criminals.
Do you see how he's a racist? He's talking about white people, but he don't want to say white people because he don't want to offend the white audience that view his content. If you are white and you watch Nubreed Global Truth, unsubscribe today. Unsubscribe today because he's talking about you. But he said he don't want to put a name on it. He don't like you. He don't like white people.
See, we left the plantation.
We left the plantation. Okay, who ran the plantation? The white man. Are y'all picking up on it? If we left the plantation, who ran the plantation? The white man.
And then we were sold into captivity to the prison pipeline, but they had to set up.
Who's they? The white man. But he's not saying white people. He's not saying it because he's a coward.
A snare to keep us in the prison pipeline.
This man's a joke.
See, when we were growing up, we didn't look at the drug dealers who were providing for their homes as criminals. We didn't see that as criminology because they were just people who were hustling. To us, those were people that was just trying to make a living.
No, we saw them as drug dealers. We knew exactly what it was. My mom was on crack, and I knew that those guys was doing wrong, and the drug dealers told us to stay in school and not to be like them. We knew the drug dealers was doing bad. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, dog. We always knew that the drug dealers was doing wrong. Everybody knew that. What you talking about? This guy's a joke, bro.
We didn't look at them that way. And the reason we didn't look at it that way is because, you know, they did good in the community in some instances.
This man is literally singing to the choir. He trying to make it seem like the drug dealers was just doing nice in the community. The drug dealers was shooting one another in the black community. They used to tell us to go upstairs because they about to have a shootout. What is this goofy talking about?
Now, fast forward to 2025. Crime is going down in major cities. Yeah.
Crime is not going down. Crime is going up in major cities. What is this guy talking? Yo, this guy is lying to everybody, bro.
Crime is going down in major cities.
That's a lie.
In various cities. Chicago, Baltimore.
Chicago, Baltimore? Okay. Kevin Watson was just gunned down on Facebook Live just the other day. Why you ain't talking about it, Nubreed? You said crime is going down. Who guns down a man in broad daylight to steal his chain? And I don't even know if they got the chain. They probably did. They probably took the chain off his neck. But it's crazy. Absolutely crazy how they killed this black man, bro. Absolutely sick how they killed him. And you got this demon saying there's no crime in Chicago. That crime is down.
Some of these cities have crime at a 50-year low. And when I get a chance, I'm gonna show y'all what the mayors are bringing out. All the black mayors of these cities. I'm gonna show you the actual data, what's really happening.
This man is literally lying to you people, and y'all supporting that? We got all this crime in the black community that we need to solve, and this damn demon is telling us there's no crime. What kind of mess is this, bro?
And now they're not able to, we've adjusted. Our people learn how to hustle other ways. Even criminals becoming legit, learning how to start their LLCs.
This man is telling you that criminals are learning how to be legit. You know why? Because he's a criminal. We had a YouTuber that was a criminal. I have to do a video about it. It's actually old in news now. Probably it was out like last month or two. You had a criminal YouTuber that got caught up by the feds. He tried to get himself legit by doing content. And basically, he got caught out there for some scamming stuff that he did, bank fraud and all this other stuff, making millions of dollars. And, you know, the feds pretty much took him in. You know what I mean? The reason why Nubreed does this, guys, is because he support black criminals, because he's a criminal himself. Criminals support criminal activity, guys. So now he wants you to believe that these criminals are legit now. They're getting LLCs now.
Learning how to make money without doing illegal crimes and all of that. That's what's happening.
Yeah, that's what you did, dog. That's you. You're a criminal. You are the criminal. You see? That's why he's familiar with it, because he know.
People are changing their hustles.
Oh, that's what you did? So you used to sell drugs, right? See, that's what he's basically telling us, guys. If you really look between the lines, Nubreed is basically telling us that he used to sell drugs. Allegedly. He used to sell drugs, allegedly. Because why is he saying this? Yeah, he relates to it. That's the thing, guys. Nubreed relates to it.
So I'm giving y'all the real nitty gritty of what's going on in our communities.
No, you're not. You're not giving us the nitty gritty that's going on in our communities because you're not talking about Kevin Watson, who was gunned down by another black man. You ain't even talking about the story. And if you try to talk about the story now, it's because you're watching me. It's because you're watching me. That's the why. If you see this devil talking about the Kevin Watson story in any capacity, it's because he's watching me, guys. And he's going to try to act as if though he's bringing awareness to the situation. It's too late. I already told the people the truth. You're a damn fraud.
Well, guess what? They're sending military regardless under false pretenses. Because now you have to antagonize those people. Go meet them people where they at. Yeah, they hating. Go meet them people where they at. Police their environment. Antagonize them.
I told you guys that Nubreed have a life of criminality. I told you, I warn you guys. Why do you think he knows so much about that stuff? Why do you think he says that, you know, these guys are turning their lives around and getting LLCs? He's talking about himself, guys. He's talking about himself.
See if we can get them to lash out so we can keep on sending these people through that prison pipeline. That's what's happening.
He's also anti-Trump. He's a Trump hater.
Why? Because that's what keeps this country moving. Slavery. Yes.
Slavery? Black people were put in slavery because they didn't keep the commandments. And if you're still being enslaved today, it's because you're not obeying the Most High. Period.
Prison is slavery.
Well, criminals belong in prison. You talking about prison and slavery. Criminals belong in slavery, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, somebody said crime is at an all-time high in the streets. Nubreed, what you talking about? No, it's not.
Wow. Somebody just told him crime is at an all-time high in these streets, Nubreed. What are you talking about? Nubreed said, no, it's not. Did y'all catch that, guys? Let me see if I can rewind that again. Give me a minute. Let me rewind that back.
Yeah, somebody said crime is at an all-time high in the streets. Nubreed, what you talking about? No, it's not.
Wow.
Go look it up.
Okay, we did. We just looked it up. And according to looking it up, Kevin Watson was gunned down on Facebook Live, murdered on camera after a ninja tried to rob his chain. We looked it up. A black man murdered his wife in cold blood for petty reasons. Another black man made a student, a young boy, put his hands down his pants to massage his male phallus. And I can go on and on and on of all of the criminal activity that's going on in the black community. Not to mention crime that's going on in the white community. But yet Nubreed said there's no such thing as that.
Go look it up.
Wow.
It's not at an all-time high.
This man is a liar, people. And look, if you still listening to this guy, you're delusional at this point.
It's not. Not in our communities.
He said not in our communities, but yet Kevin Watson was murdered just the other day, guys. Kevin Watson was murdered over his chain. Nubreed said crime is not happening in the black community.
It's just not. The major cities aren't doing what they did 10 years ago. It's not at an all-time high.
That man is a liar, bro. All the hoods in North Carolina have nothing but crime. Every predominantly black community have nothing but crime.
It's just not. The data does not show that.
The data does not show that. Let's do a poll real quick, guys. Let's see. Let's start a poll so we can find out what the people say, because, you know, people will say, Ringo, you just disagree with him because you disagree with him. Let me find out what you got to say. Is new breed lion? Is new breed lion? Let's see what say the people. Let's start this poll. Let's see what the people got to say. Is new breed lion? That way we can figure out what the people got to say. So it's not me, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to, I'm going to have my opinions because I know that the crime rate is up. New breed said the crime is down. So what say you, the people? What say you, the people? Let's go.
Now, are there other things that's at an all-time high in this time we living in? Yes. Is sin at an all-time high? Yes. Perversion? Injustice?
This man is not even talking about the crime in the black community, guys. He's talking about sin is at an all-time high. Well, isn't sin the transgression of the law? So if black men are committing crimes, isn't that a sin, dummy? See, Nubreed is a dummy. He said sin is at an all-time high. So if sin is at an all-time high, then crime is at an all-time high. This man is a joke, bro. He just said sin is at an all-time high. Well, if sin is at an all-time high, crime would be at an all-time high.
Pederasty? Hiding crimes against children? Is that at an all-time high? Yes. But are we calling them people criminals? You gotta think about it. The same person who just put Ghislaine Maxwell in a cushy jail and is talking about pardoning her. You know, Ghislaine Maxwell. The same one who's talking about freeing Ghislaine Maxwell that was transporting kids is the same one trying to go in our communities and snatch up our youth and give them fed time. Come on now, you can't tell me something ain't right.
This man is worried about the feds snatching up these YNs. This man is literally protecting criminals, y'all. Y'all can't see that Nubreed protects criminals. Y'all can't see that? Shout out to Brainwaves in the building. Y'all can't see that Nubreed is a supporter of criminality.
You can't tell me something ain't right. You want to know where the biggest crimes are at?
Where the biggest crimes are at? Where they at?
Go to the White House.
Wow, go to the White House. That's subliminal for white people. That's a metaphor for white people, guys. In other words, if you want to know where all the crime is, go to the White House. In other words, go to wherever white people are. That's what he basically just said right there. Think about what he's doing, guys. Think about what he's doing. You got Kevin was murdered the other day, gunned down by another black man. Nubreed got nothing to say about that story. That story is viral. That's a viral story. He have nothing to say about it. Why? Because if he do, it'll make him look stupid. And I'll be the first to be making a reaction video about his dumb video. If he even dare touch that topic, because he's a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Because he's always trying to condemn me for talking about these black on black crime issues. And yet, if he even try to address that issue, he's a hypocrite.
You can find 34 felonies right there at the White House.
You worrying about felonies in the White House? You should be worrying about your own.
And for me, ladies and gentlemen, listen, for me, it's not about being against Trump.
This man is a hater of Trump and he hates white people.
Trump is just a vessel that's being used.
Well, what about the devil that was used to kill this black man? What about him? He was used. How come you're not talking about the black man that killed Kevin Watson? You worried about Trump rather than the black man that killed Kevin Watson. Hypocrite.
It ain't about Trump to me. He just a vessel. Trump is just a talking head as far as I'm concerned.
So what about Barack? Barack was in the White House. What about the crimes under Barack? What about him? What about Obama? So when Obama was in office, you're not talking about crime. But when Trump is in office, you want to talk about crime? Man, stop it.
No, the powers that be are orchestrating this. Yeah, the crime is down. But guess what? Black empowerment is on the rise.
That's a damn lie. Black empowerment is not on the rise. That's on the decline because we hate each other. I don't know what you talking about.
And you know, let me say this.
Yeah, say this. Let's hear the dumb stuff you got to say.
This, man. Let's talk that talk. Everybody get the likes up. Let me talk this talk to y'all, right? let me just put this out here. And I want to be real direct with y'all, right? If you're a black person and you choose to be on the side of white supremacists in this given time, like you chose the wrong side.
So he's saying that Donald Trump is a white supremacist.
I'm gonna rock out with my people.
He's gonna rock out with his criminal people. The guy that killed Kevin Watson. Notice he still haven't talked about him, guys. And I'm watching this video with you guys. I haven't even looked at this video yet. I'm literally watching this video with you guys at the same time.
I'm riding with my people in this, and I'm gonna stay with my people in this. I'm not gonna change.
He's not gonna change.
Yeah, I know that we're in the last days, and I know that we are God's chosen people, and I can see the injustice.
He got a platform by lying to people. That's what he been doing. Lying, gaslighting his viewers, love bombing his viewers. He loved to talk about chosen ones. He always talking about the scriptures, the Most High. He's a deceiver. Just like a pastor is able to get a mega church, that's the same way a YouTuber can get a platform. Just lie and tell people a bunch of garbage. And now he's on this white supremacy thing. You know, that's his new thing now, white supremacy. Everything is white supremacy now.
And I can see the unfairness, and there ain't nothing going. Listen, I'm rocking with my people. If you watching this, you know what I'm saying, from the outside, look, people can say what they want about me online. I'm rocking with my people.
You see, he's rocking with his people. Anybody that's a criminal and black, he rock with them. How come he's not addressing the situation, guys, with Kevin Watson? Kevin Watson murdered for his chain by another black man in the black community, and Nubreed has nothing to say about it because he said what? He's rocking with his people that commit crimes.
Going for my people on this. I think that we're going to come out on top. I think the Most High is going to correct this situation, what's going on. And that's who I'm rocking with.
Wow.
I don't rock with my people on everything that happens in life. There's been times where I've been that guy that call us out on certain things.
But you're not that guy no more. You don't talk about black on black crime. You don't even talk about it. All you talk about is white supremacy because you want black people to be angry. All your viewers are just angry black people.
But let me also say this. Let me also say this.
You haven't said nothing yet that makes sense. Look at him looking around paranoid. Look at him, guys. Paranoid. He probably going to look in the glove box again to get a gun.
Okay. And I want to be clear about this. Nobody is in a position of holding black people accountable. Because you be having these creators that get on here and be like, I'm just holding black people accountable.
He's talking about me right here, guys. That's called sneak dissing. Notice this, guys. We're literally reviewing his video, and finally, we can see him talking about me. He just said you got these black creators on here talking about they're holding black people accountable. Listen to this, guys.
Nobody is in a position of holding black people accountable.
Listen.
Because you be having these creators that get on here and be like, I'm just holding black people accountable. I want to hold black, like, who are you? Who are you to hold black people accountable?
Now he's saying, who am I? Because he's talking about me. Nubreed is directly talking about me. 100%. Do you understand? That's called sneak dissing. He's talking about me. You see? And he said, who am I to hold black people accountable? Didn't he say earlier that he want Trump to send in aid for the black community to build community centers, schools, X, Y, and Z? Why he want Trump to do that for? Trump is not black. He's upset with me making these kind of videos, holding the black community accountable. But he's not. Notice, Nubreed have not talked about the crime that happened to Kevin Watson. He ignores it. Kevin Watson is dead, and his children are mourning the loss of their daddy. And Nubreed don't give two F's about it. But instead, he's sneak dissing me. Let's go.
Who are you? Only the Most High is going to hold us accountable. What people need to worry about is holding themselves accountable.
That don't make no sense. He said the Most High is going to hold us accountable, and people need to hold themselves accountable. So then why is he always talking about white supremacy? Why is he always talking about white people? Why is he trying to hold white people accountable? The man is a damn hypocrite. Point blank, guys. In his eyes, he believes he's qualified to hold white people accountable and always talk about white supremacy. He don't say that the Most High is going to hold white people accountable. He's the one making videos every day because that's how he make money. Why don't he just shut up and stop making videos about white supremacy and let God handle it? No, he's doing it for money. But when I make videos talking about real topics and real issues affecting black community, he want to tell you people like me are a joke. The Most High will deal with it. Man, this man is a damn demon.
If we all hold ourselves accountable, we be good. It's too many people out there that got a mic that's like, I'm holding black people accountable.
He's jealous of me, guys. Nubreed is jealous of me. This damn dog, this devil, this demon is jealous of me. Can't you see he's talking about me? He's talking about me, guys. He's talking about me right here because he's a devil. He said too many people got a mic. He's talking about YouTubers like me. Trust me. That's what he's talking about.
Not holding nobody accountable. Hold yourself accountable.
You see what he's doing? Jealous. He's mad because I'm talking about the real topics, guys. How come Nubreed ain't talking about Kevin Watson, fellas? To all the brothers, all the black men. How come Nubreed ain't talking about this black man that got gunned down in broad daylight in his car, chilling, doing a live stream? The man was talking about YNs being disrespectful, and right when he said that, the bullets started to fly. Why? From his own people.
Try that. You hold yourself accountable and you will make the world a better place.
Well, you need to hold yourself accountable. Start with yourself. Do what Michael Jackson says. Look at the man in the mirror. Hypocrite.
You know what I'm saying? You want black people to be held accountable. Hold yourself accountable.
This man is a hypocrite, fam.
Yeah, because, you know, it's a lot of coons out there.
Notice he said there's a lot of coons out there. Listen, if you're black and white, unsubscribe from Nubreed Global Truth. Unsubscribe, man. Unsubscribe. You should not be subscribed to a channel of a racist black who don't like to hold black people accountable. Instead, he mocks the people like me that actually speak on the real stories. This is crazy.
That believe that that's their talking point, that they're holding black people accountable. Like,
that's right. I'm holding black people accountable because your dumbass ain't doing nothing about it. Kevin Watson was gunned down in the black community by a ninja savage. And you're not doing nothing about it, and you're not saying nothing about it. You're busy talking about white supremacy when we got all this criminality in the black community, damn it. Why ain't you talking about it? You know? He ain't addressing the real issues, guys. He's jealous. You know why? Because I'm able to flow in my anointing that the Most High blessed me with. He's jealous because I'm able to speak on these issues, and I'm so eloquent with the way I'm able to break down these videos and these stories. Nubreed is jealous because he can't do it like me. This man wait till he get to the ending part of his video to start to sneak diss me. And y'all wondering why I gotta do these videos. That's crazy.
You're not holding nobody. You can't, especially if you have a pattern of not holding yourself accountable, who are you to, look, let the Most High deal with his people.
Notice he said that I have a pattern of not holding myself accountable. Fam, I never been arrested. You did. You're the one with the felons and the criminal records, not me. You're the one who been in the prison cell, not me. I never been in a prison cell, never been in the back of no damn police car. You did. That's why you support criminals and you refuse to hold the black community accountable. You know why? Because you're a criminal. That's why. This man got on YouTube accusing me, Brainwaves Advice Topics LLC, and Floridine Rollo of being federal informants, telling his viewers that we work for the federal government to report on people like him. That's a damn lie. How could he know that? How could he know that? The man made videos accusing me of being a pedophile by twisting my words, distorting information in videos, taking things out of context to try to paint a negative light of me so people don't watch my content. And what's happening now is they're not watching your content. You're losing subscribers. People are turning their back from you because they realize you're a fraud. A lot of people are waking up from your witchcraft. They could tell you fake now. And this video is proving you're fake. This video is exposing the fact that Nubreed is a liar. And he don't care about what's really going on in the black community. He act like he got love for black people, but if he did, where is his love for Kevin? Kevin Watson died in cold blood. Put his hands up after another ninja tried to rob his chain. How come Nubreed ain't addressing these ninjas? How come Nubreed ain't holding the black community accountable for the crimes against blacks? Instead, he want to sneak diss a real black man, a real freedom fighter who's standing up for justice against the crimes and the criminals in the black community.
A lot of people who be out here saying these things, they're not qualified.
He's saying that I'm not qualified, guys. Those of you that been watching my content all this time of me breaking down this video, I'm more than qualified to speak on these issues. This man is jealous because he's a bum. He's a bum, a ninja savage who sit in a car, a dark car, talking crap all day rather than addressing the black issues that are going on in the black community. This is sick.
To hold us accountable. The Most High know us in and out.
So why the Most High ain't doing nothing about it? Since the Most High know us in and out. The Most High ain't doing nothing. We the ones that's supposed to do it. The Most High put us here to do the work. That's what he put us here for. But you're a coward. You're not out in DC preaching the gospel. You're not out in Chicago preaching the gospel to those men out there in the hood. You scared. You ain't going to no hood. This ninja live in the white community. This ninja lives in the white community because he's a coward. This man would never walk the streets of Chicago. Never. This man, Nubreed, would never go down to DC and walk the streets in the hood, in the slums, in the trenches. Never. You scared. You would never go there. You afraid of your own people, but you act like you got love for them.
He know our issues. He know our situations. He know where we came from. He know everything about us in and out. That's why he's able to judge us. Nobody else can judge God's people but the Most High.
And the Most High is judging DC by sending the National Guard. That's the Most High is doing. But you fighting against the judgment of the Most High because you a hypocrite.
If you check yourself, that's where it starts.
Well, if the black community cleaned up their community, Trump would have no reason to send the National Guard, hypocrite. You a joke. If black people did their job, Trump wouldn't have to send in the National Guard.
Pay attention to how you treat.
If the black church was actually doing what Christ did in terms of feeding the poor and taking care of the homeless, Trump wouldn't have to be out there using the National Guard. But these damn churches, they don't care about the homeless. Come on now. Look at all these mega churches making millions of dollars. What are they doing for the poor? Nothing. Nothing. The black church ain't doing a damn thing for the poor.
Brothers and sisters, y'all, pay attention how you treat your people versus how you treat other nations. That's what will make us better. Somebody behind me. You know, I'm just watching my surroundings. I'm always on point.
No, you paranoid. He's talking about he's always on point. This man is a damn paranoid demon. That man is paranoid, bro. Sitting in a car all day in the dark, looking around scared. What's the point? This man in the white community and he paranoid. This man live in the white community and he's still scared, bro.
Gotta be on point out here.
No, you scared, bro. You talk all that tough guy talk and you a bitch, bro. Literally. He talk all this damn tough man talk and you there in your car with your gun looking around scared. Who does that? Who sits in a car with a loaded firearm and looking around scared? You should be concerned. You know why? Because they gunned down that brother. But you ain't talking about that brother. You know why? You know why? Because if you do, that would make you holding black people accountable. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to show your audience that you holding black people accountable because you've been trying to condemn me for doing that work. Because you're jealous because the people actually watch my videos. Nobody's watching your videos no more. Nobody don't want to hear that chosen one garbage. Nobody don't want to hear that, oh, the Most High, the Most High. You don't follow the Most High. Nobody don't want to hear none of that land initiative garbage. Nobody ain't never supporting that UP scams. And if you viewing, don't ever, ever, ever send any money to any damn UP scams. Don't ever send no money to nothing that this man does in terms of no land initiative. Where's his so-called Mongolian yurk? Where's the yurk at, y'all? How come he ain't in North Carolina living up in the yurk? How come he ain't building communities at the so-called UP scams? How come he ain't have no jamboree this summer? How come he ain't have one? You know why? Because of the fallout with all the brothers. Why would anybody want to attend a jamboree after what you did to brainwaves? Why? Come on, man. This man is a joke, y'all. Listen, if you follow this man's platform, don't send no money to any land initiatives. Don't do it, guys. The last so-called jamboree they had, they raised money. Where's the money, guys? Where did the money go? Where did the money go, y'all? How come the money didn't go back into the land initiative? How come UP scams don't have a septic system? No electricity? How come they haven't built none of this stuff yet? How come this man ain't using his YouTube money to put money towards these initiatives? How come he ain't funding the initiative? How come this man went and leased a house if he got land for the people? How come he didn't put that money into building a house on the land and just live out there at UP scams? Because he want your money. He want you people to foot the bill. He busy trying to get you guys to pay for stuff that you don't need to pay for. Where the money at? Just like Dr. Umar Johnson, where the money at? Umar took in millions of dollars from black people, predominantly black women. Where the money at, Dr. Umar? This man is just like Dr. Umar, taking the money from the people and not investing it into the business. Same thing. A damn coward sitting in his car looking around, worried that somebody gonna get him, talking about he on point. You ain't on point. If you gotta look around, you not on point. You a coward, straight up.
Somebody said, yeah, them coons. I gotta say it that way for a reason.
Notice he say he got love for black people, but he calling me a coon. Think about this, guys. He's black, but he's saying them coons. But he supposed to have love for black people.
It's making money creating black degeneracy kinks content.
He said, I'm creating black degeneracy kink content. This black man was gunned down. Let's bring up the news report, guys. He said, I'm creating black kink content. No, I'm showing you guys what's actually going on. I'm showing you guys how black men are being murdered in these streets. And people are literally turning a blind eye to it, man. Let me see if I can pull this up, man. Because this is just sick, bro. Absolutely sick. Let me see if I can find this video, bro. Let me see. Not that one. Where's the video? I don't know if I downloaded it. I don't think I did. That's the original video, because I got the original video. Did I download it? Let me see. I don't think I downloaded it yet. Let me see. I don't think I downloaded it. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I don't see it. I'll just talk about that later. Let's continue on. I was going to bring up the news report with the brother that died, because he's talking about black kink content when I'm reporting the news of what's happening in the world. He just don't want you to watch these kind of videos because he wants to program your mind with white supremacy. You see, here's the thing, guys. Nubreed's YouTube channel is literally falling apart. Nobody's really watching it no more. His content sucks. He has nothing new. He have not innovated anything new. There's nothing new on his platform. So what he's trying to do is make people think that I'm doing something wrong by talking about black stories, crimes that's happening in the black community. Like it's some sort of fetish or something. I'm bringing forth the news, the things that he don't want to talk about. So he's trying to make it seem like it's not important. That should let you know that the dude is a joke. You know? Let's get back at the content.
Exactly. That's what they into, man. They just want to propagate our people as degenerates because they believe that they're going to get a pat on the back and they believe they're going to get some type of social status based on them throwing their own people under the bus.
He said that I'm throwing my own people under the bus by bringing awareness to the damn savages that killed this father right here. This black man was a father, had a child, and he was gunned down in the black community by another savage, a black savage. And this demon named Nubreed is basically accusing me of doing something wrong by reporting on this news, guys. Make that make sense. So basically, he don't want news stories of what's going on in the black community. He want us to turn a blind eye to it, and you wondering why crime is at an all-time high.
Look, the Most High haven't gave up on us, so I'm definitely not. The Most High have not given up on his people. Even the scriptures say that. Has the Most High forsaken his people? Absolutely not. But you got people who think they are the Most High. They think they the judge and jury. And that's the words they like. I'm just holding people accountable.
He's jealous of me, guys. Think about this. This man's still talking about me, bruh. This man's still talking about me, fam.
Come with that talking point. It's a lot of them. They come with that talking point just to push and promote black degeneracy and say, see, look, and they come wagging their finger.
So we because of what he's saying here, we shouldn't see him talking about the story with this brother. We shouldn't see him talk about it, because if we do, we going to definitely get him. I'm going to put him on blast. So you better not even dare try to make any videos about Kevin Watson, because you don't believe in talking about black on black crime. And see, this is why we got issues, guys, because the real stories are not being addressed. And when they're not being addressed, it makes it look like the black community is a peaceful place. No, it's not. You can't even go outside in your nice car nowadays and be black without another black man plotting to rob you and stab you and kill you. That's how it is now.
And that never works. That never works. What does that do exactly? But put our people in a negative light.
Our people have always been in a negative light. Our people are in a negative light because of people like you. You're the damn demon. You're the demon that is holding black people back. You're the demon that is keeping God's people in bondage because you're not giving them the gospel and you're not giving them the truth. You're lying to them every chance you get.
We need to turn to the Most High. We need to turn to our Creator.
Yeah, like Brainwave says, 1 Corinthians 6:2 says, the saints will judge the world, even in trivial cases. Nubreed twist in scripture. That's true. He making it seem like you're not supposed to judge, like you're not supposed to judge the actions of your people. You're not supposed to hold them accountable. Like, what kind of Bible do Nubreed follow? He claimed he followed the Bible, but he don't really follow the Bible, because when you're practicing the Bible, which is what I'm doing, for some reason, it's a problem to him, because he want black people to appear like angels when really we got too many savages in the black community killing our women and kids and the brothers too.
We need to repent.
You need to repent because you're a devil.
We need to think about the things that we've done.
And you've done a lot of evil and you have not yet repented. And the black community does evil every day. And you don't ever talk about it. Instead, you keep talking about Trump and the Epstein files rather than talking about who murdered this black man. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. If he do talk about this black on black crime it would be everything you spoke about, Ringo. That's a fact. Nubreed will copy every word I talk about if you see him address the situation with Kevin Watson. He'll just regurgitate what I do because Nubreed is a carbon copy of Ringo TV. I said Nubreed is a carbon copy of Ringo TV. Carbon copy. Man mimics anything I do. Nothing original about that damn dog.
And pray that the Most High have mercy on us so we can continue to grow, live, and thrive. Not looking at everybody else. Somebody said, everybody has been through enough. We have been through enough. We supposed to be coming together for the Most High. Absolutely.
Black people can never come together because they're not really keeping the commandments of the Most High. It's just a bunch of religious hypocrites acting like they with God.
Yeah, and this the thing. I know that they out here telling us that it's so much crime in our neighborhoods and we causing all these issues. No, ladies and gentlemen, they out here to target our people. That's what it is. But the Most High got this. If you look at what's really happening, the veil being lifted. Our people are beginning to come together and they're unifying in different ways. We are together in a unified front as far as everybody stating we're having a level of inclusion that the United States has, as they're not ready for it. And that seemed to be really what's sparking them sending military. See, it's more dynamic than you think. We are coming together with some level of inclusion now.
Black people are not coming together. What are you talking about? We're separated and divided.
And
most black people don't even talk to one another in the black community. Believe it or not. Most black people just mind their business and be about their own thing. They don't even talk to each other.
Our people saying, look, if you from somewhere else, don't carry your ass over here trying to talk down on our people.
Do you see what he just said? In other words, if you're white, don't talk about black people. If you're Asian, don't talk about black people. That's what he basically just said, guys.
That's a start. Hey, if you don't understand the experience that foundational black Americans have, you're not.
Now he's talking about foundational black Americans. This guy's a hypocrite.
Allowed to be in our culture. Yo, what's the name of that lady recently? She sold some records. She got like an Emmy or a Grammy or something. And she said black people need to get over Jim Crow. And she was from South Africa. What's that lady's name from South Africa? And she said black people need to get over Jim Crow. And she sold 3,000 albums. If y'all know the name of that lady, let me know who that lady is. Some artist.
Why you don't know about her since you know so much?
Which shows you that we're not going for that. Tyler, that's her name. Or is it Tyler or Kyla? I think her name is Tyler. Yeah, her name's Tyler. And the reason I bring her up, because we are the #1 consumers. We're the #1 consumers, meaning we have the ability to shut you down.
You have the ability to shut them down, but why don't you? You don't got no ability to shut nobody down. You're a hypocrite. You talk about shut somebody down, you're the biggest consumer, but you don't even shut nobody down. Please stop the cap.
Like, we can shut you down.
You're just jealous because she was able to make money and you not.
Like, we're not going to be openly letting people exploit us anymore.
But you exploit black people every chance you get by lying to them and manipulating them and love bombing them and selling them chosen one nonsense. You do this every day, telling them about love note system. Nobody cares about none of that garbage. You can't take no damn love note to the bank. You can't take none of that garbage. Talking about your own currency. Man, shut up with that. Nobody don't want to hear no garbage with that mess. It's no wonder Mark the Messenger didn't want to get a part of that garbage. About the love note system. Man, stop it.
And that's a start. That's a start.
How come Nubreed ain't at DC? How come he ain't in Chicago marching? I wouldn't be surprised. This man is most likely probably drinking some alcohol right there, guys.
Yeah, that means you're not finna come in here and wag your finger and like, you don't understand. We are the culture.
So he's basically telling white people you can't come into the conversation and say nothing.
We are the backbone. We are the foundation. And we're not going for that tether talk.
Now he's talking tether talk now. Here we go.
Doing the tether talk, man. Y'all, they just
So if you're white, he's saying you're a tether. If you're Jamaican, Panamanian, if you're anybody in the Caribbean, Nubreed believes you're a tether. Tether is a new racial slur that FBA cult members use on anybody that wasn't born in America, families from America, and so on and so forth. Now Nubreed is a FBA Black Hebrew Israelite. Make that make sense.
Get it. We're in a different dispensation right now.
And also, Nubreed support and embrace Tariq Nasheed now. That's right.
Going for that. Like, take your tether antics elsewhere. We too strong for that.
No, you're not. If you're strong, why the Black community ain't solving the problem that happened to Kevin Watson? How come you ain't addressing it? You spoke for 41 minutes and you didn't address the Kevin Watson situation, and that's a viral video that just took place.
And that's a start, and that's threatening to them because they're saying, okay, they're coming together on a unified front as far as this goes. And that's
Tyrese, listen, Tyrese is not even messing with these dudes. Tyrese already know they frauds.
About, man. I don't want to go live too long. I just want to let it be known, man. We have been the target. You got to be blind, dumb, and docile not to see that we've been the target.
Blacks is not no target. If you believe you're a target, it's because you're blind, dumb, and docile.
And we're gonna continue to be the target, but we're gonna get through this. We're gonna make it through it, y'all. But what I will recommend is really focus on taking accountability in your own life.
Wow. Imagine him telling somebody to take accountability in their own life. But yet, when I talk about the stories in regards to Black people killing Black people and holding the Black community accountable, he say that that's wrong. But do you see the hypocrisy, guys? He's telling Black people to be accountable for their actions in their life. I am showing what Black people do to one another to hold them accountable, but he says that's wrong. Which one is it, guys? The man is a joke.
Serving the Most High the best way you can for you and your family. That's how we can make our nation better. It starts with that. It starts with being on point with ourselves. It starts with getting right with the Creator. There's so many people out here wagging their fingers, acting like they got the answers. Only the Most High got the answers.
If only the Most High have the answers, then you don't have the answers. Ever thought about that? He's really trying to say, I don't got no answers because he don't want you guys to watch my videos to get the truth. But if only the Most High have the answers, why are y'all listening to him? That mean he don't got the answers either.
And he gonna send his son to correct all of this. In the meantime, in between time, ladies and gentlemen, stay prayed up, stay fasting, stay in your word. And hopefully this word motivated some of you all to really stick to the script. I know it's kind of late. I'm doing this material 10:30. But you know, I'll be back with more content. I'm gonna be giving y'all those regular motivational talks.
All this man does is motivational talks. Nobody don't want to hear that garbage. That's witchcraft. That motivational talk is witchcraft, guys. It puts you to sleep. It puts you under a spell. It's not giving you reality. It's tickling your ears.
Keep us moving, man. Keep us growing. Keep us elevating through this pruning season that we in. You know, I got another jolt of energy, man. The Most High been speaking to me. The Most High been working with me. If y'all see me fall back on social media a little bit, and y'all see me gone for a couple days, which y'all may see that in the near future, but when you see that, I'm getting the downloads, man.
You getting downloads from the devil. You ain't doing no work. You ain't accomplishing nothing.
You offline because you stressed out. You stressed out because you got a pile of bills, baby mama issues, stressed, and you're trying to figure yourself out. Or you're plotting on me, Brainwaves, or Floridine Rollo. That's what you're doing.
I'm not just gonna jump on here unless I got something to say. And you know, I just want to put this out here so we can stay in right spirits. Yes, it's a lot going on. I don't want y'all to be afraid. I mean, no need to. I just want you to be in this truth and understand that it is real out here. They really are engaging our people. Jacob's trouble has began, but we can navigate through it. We can move forward. You know what I'm saying? Let's just make sure that we shutting off the voices of all the doubters and all the naysayers. The Most High's people gonna win at the end of this. We gonna be victorious at the end of this. And all those race traders and turncoats that chose the wrong side, they're going to hell, bro.
No, they're not going to hell. You're actually in hell right now, guy. You're literally in your own personal hellfire while you live. You're in your own miserable chamber of darkness, struggling and suffering. You know what I mean? And you want misery to be on other people. You want other people to worry like you. You want other people to give you company. That's why misery loves company. That's why you got to be careful, guys, who you listen to. This guy sits in a dark car at night making videos. That's stress right there, guys. That's what stress look like. You know what I mean? I thought this guy have multiple wives. How come you don't see those multiple wives? Where they at? Where them multiple wives and them multiple kids? You don't even see them, guys. You don't see this guy out and about having fun with his family. Never. This man is never with his family. This man is always talking about doom and gloom and the world's collapsing. You don't see this man out having a good time ever with his kids, with his wives. Never. You see me out and about. You see videos up. They lied on YouTube, said that my children is in New York. My elder daughter don't want to be around me. All this other garbage. I don't know where they're getting these lies from because my family is with me. You know, I don't even be addressing these lies. I just sit back and just laugh. But you don't see this man with his kids jumping behind him, smiling. You know how you see my kids, they be smiling, laughing and giggling and cracking jokes. You could tell when a family is at peace. This man's family is full of darkness and evil. You don't see nobody having fun, no smiles, no out and about, no doing nothing with the kids, nothing. Just dry, misery, miserable. You know, this man is afraid to be on camera with his family. You don't ever hear about them other wives that he got. Only the white one, the one he lived with, the white lady. You know, that's the only thing you see. It's sad, man. Absolutely sad, bro. Let's get back at the content.
Y'all hear me? They're going to hell. Like that's a ugly fate.
I thought that God Almighty makes the decision on who goes to hell. So how he's telling people who's going? Ain't it something how he get to tell people who's going to hell? But yet if I say that, I don't got that authority. Y'all don't see that? The hypocrisy?
To go to hell because you turned on your people?
So he believes that I'm going to hell because he claims that I turned on my people. I haven't turned on my people. My people turned against me. Those that hate me turned against me. I speak on issues regarding black people. That's what I speak on. But I speak on all issues, white issues, black issues, you name it. This man is just jealous of me because I make better content than him. Nubreed don't make better content than me. Nubreed's content is garbage, trash, is regurgitated, the same thing. He says the same thing in every video. Every day is the same thing. Every single day he does the same video. He just remix it into a different way. Same content.
You turn like that. I don't want none of that. I don't want no parts of that. I'm gonna rock out with the children of Israel. I'm gonna walk out with the foundational Black Americans. I'm gonna rock out with those in truth.
So why don't you go to DC in March? Why don't you go to Chicago and go to the hood with your so-called people and live there? Why you don't want to live in Chicago in the trenches? Why don't you go to DC and set up shop in the black community? Since you got so much love for the black community, why Nubreed don't move out of the white community back to DC? How come? because he's a coward and he really don't got no love for his people and he know they're savages. That's why he don't live there. Come on. You guys that follow Nubreed, tell him to go live in the hood if he got so much love for black people. Let's see if the blacks that are in the black community show him love. Let's see if they support his platform. Let's see if they be like, yo, Nubreed, global truth. Let's see if they support him. They'll run him up on out of there. That's why he's not in D.C. because the black community ran him up out of there. The thugs in D.C. ran Nubreed up out the city. Trust and believe that, gang.
I'm going to rock out with those who've been through the persecution and suffering. Let them people with those vexed spirits and all that bitterness and all that hate and all that nonsense, let them wallow in that. Like, if y'all want to, look, if they want to be hateful and jealous and
yeah, like you're jealous and hateful. All I've been doing throughout this entire video is speaking the truth like a man, showing the world that you're a damn joke. You ain't talk about Kevin yet. This man got gunned down by a ninja savage in the black community, and you got nothing to say about it. All through this video, you've been saying that crime is down and there's no crime in the black community and all this garbage. You're a liar.
And, you know, turncoats against their own people. Look, the Most High love his people. He love his people, so they'll get dealt with accordingly. They will get dealt with accordingly, y'all. Keep that in mind. But we're going to just keep on growing. We're going to keep on developing. We're going to keep on going on our self-improvement journeys. Look, love y'all, man. Y'all be blessed out there. More material coming. Shalom. Peace.
This man is a joke. A complete demon, guys. Don't take nothing that man says serious. Because behind that face, guys, is a demon. No matter how you see it. Behind that face is this face. This is his real face. You see that? When you look at that, that's who you're really looking at. A demon. A warlock who was sent by the devil to keep people asleep, to keep people dumbed down. And that's what he specializes in. So guys, we're going to get up on out of here. I'll be back later on with more content. We're going to go live to talk about this situation again. I'm going to break down the video with Kevin Watson. We're going to play the video. We're going to see how it led up to him getting gunned down. We're going to talk about these issues, the black community, and so on and so forth. Those of you that still live in the hood, in the trenches, and you're around this type of crime and violence, you know what it is. You know what the real is. The problem is Nubreed, he want you to believe that crime don't exist in the black community. He want you to believe that everything is safe and we got nothing to be concerned with. He want you to believe that everybody in the black community got love for one another. That's a lie. There's no love in the black community. None. People hate one another, despise one another, plot. You know what I mean? It's sickness. And we need to solve that sickness and overcome it because we're killing one another. Like I said, Tyrese made a post on his IG. This post is on Tyrese's IG. It shows a clip of a black man with a gun, gunning down another black man in broad daylight as the man screamed for his life. Tyrese made it very clear in the caption. He made it very clear. This, he says, I am reminded of why I moved out the hood because I seen this and live, I guess he lived around this mess every day. And a lot of you in the hood, you see this every day. Black people killing one another, you know? And it's sick. Yeah, listen, Nubreed is stay copying me every day, man. You know? All day. It doesn't make any sense. Every single day. Every day they copy. People don't got no style, bro. I've been doing this since 2006. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. This is the best reactionary channel on YouTube. I got a lot of haters, a lot of people that are jealous, especially that damn dog right there. He's a criminal, a liar, a Fed agent who is out to lead black people to the death. You know what I mean? He's always promoting propaganda, white supremacy garbage, always talking about the scripture chosen one nonsense to keep people dumbed down and docile. Don't fall for the okie doke. That man do not care about the black community. He care about his wallet. You understand? This man haven't done nothing for the black community. You understand? This man talk about he's a philanthropist or whatever the hell that word is. He talk about he's humanitarian work, all this other garbage. This man ain't have done nothing for the black community. He talks about how he's for his people. He haven't done nothing. He claimed he got land in North Carolina. He haven't built nothing for the black community. Nothing. He haven't done nothing. He cares about money. That's it. Money for his pocket. That's it. Long as his bills get paid, that's all that matters. He don't care who live or die in the black community. Why? Because he haven't talked about the situation in regards to the brother, Kevin Watson, who was murdered by another black man in broad daylight. And up to now, Nubreed haven't spoken on the issue because in his mind, black lives don't matter. Crime in the black community don't matter. He don't care about it. He don't care. Anyway, guys, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.